undefeated teams left in this tournament. That would be South Nashville and Madison Central. We will begin by announcing the players from South Nashville. They are the away team for this contest. Please line up at third base whenever your name is called. To begin with number 6, Eston Snyder. Number 9, Cade Granzo. Number 22, Cade Riddles. Number 5, Dawson Condor. Number 10, Joseph Waters. Number 11, Sawani Herrera. Number 20, Ben Severance. Number 4, Taylor Montiel. Number 24, Tui Pope. Number 2, Mitch Lennox. And number 3, Christopher Rooney. South Nashville is managed by Chris Mercado and coached by Judd Granzo and Grant Martin. And now, for your champions from District 1, Madison Central. Number 1, Zach Timms. Number 11, Ray Forsyth. Number 10, Tristan Cook. Number 99, Daniel Brooks. Number 7, Landon Lambert. Number 20, Martin Gregg. Number 21, Will Cisco. Number 14, Benjamin Whitnell. Number 4, Walker Moore. Number 3, Davis Salee. Number 18, Andrew Boyd. And number 2, Malachi Anderson. Madison Central will be the home team for this evening. They'll be there coached by Ian Gargison, Shane Sisto, and Bart Whitnell. You're in the blue for this contest. 5 players, especially Gary Marsh. First base, Tommy Dean. Second base, Chad Goff. And at third base, Ted Kessler. Ladies and gentlemen, everywhere at this time, the base behind home plate, as it said on America, will be playing of our national anthem.
A presentation of point5digital.com and WNWS Sports.
Good evening and welcome to Beauboyne Park, the site of the Tennessee State Little League Tournament for the majors. Of course, these are 2 district champions going to meet tonight, and there are 2 teams that are unbeaten, and the only 2 teams left here at the state tournaments unbeaten. That's South Nashville, the traveling rock show when it comes to Tennessee Little League Baseball, and our very own team from Jackson. That's Madison Central American. these two get it on tonight. We'll see. This is for supremacy and a big step towards winning the state championship here tonight. My name's Dan Reeves, along with Coach Joe Holloway. Seabass, our executive producer. On the .5 digital side, where you can watch tonight's game, it's Paul Schulze and Manfred Mann. That's Lawson Mann on that side. And, Coach, here we go. This is a big one here. A lot of people are saying if this Madison Central American team can't handle or at least give South Nashville a test, and neither one of these teams have really been tested in this tournament, they say if Madison Central can't do it, then nobody can.
Dan, you're absolutely correct. Both of these teams have played quick games that have gotten over by the 10-run rule. They're both undefeated coming into this. South Nashville loves to get started very quick. Madison County Central starts just a little slower, but then they come on like gangbusters. So it's very imperative that Madison County Central get out to a quick start. And South Nashville American likes to be the visitors. I mean, they bombed 6 runs the other day against Tullahoma.
They sure did. Now tonight's starters first for the home team. That's Madison Central American. Leading off and catching is Zach Tibbs. Batting second tonight, playing shortstop, is Lane Forsythe. Hitting third and pitching, that's Tristan Cook. Hitting cleanup and playing third base is Daniel Brooks. Batting fifth and playing center field is Landon Lambert. Hitting sixth and playing first base is Carter Craig. Batting seventh and playing center field is Will Cisco. Hitting eighth and playing right field is Benjamin Whitnell. And batting ninth and playing second base is Walker Moore. Davis Sully, Andrew Coy, and Malachi Anderson are the substitutes tonight for this Madison Central American team. And we are set to go for South Nashville. Due up here in the first inning, Aston Snyder, Kay Granzo, and Cade Reynolds. We'll set the lineup for South Nashville once they get in the field, but we are ready for this big showdown. South Nashville and Madison Central America. First pitch on its way. It's high, ball one. Again, the pitcher for Madison Central tonight is Tristan Cook. And, Coach, he's a big right-hander with a fantastic fastball.
Yes, he is. Got good control normally.
1-0. Out of the windup. The 1-0 pitch right down the pipe, called strike one. Tonight's umpires, Jerry Marsh is behind home plate. Over at first base is Tommy Dean. At second base, Chad Goff. And at third base is Ted Kessler. Coach, they've got 100 years combined experience.
Yeah,
the 1-1 is right down the middle, called strike two.
Almost as old as they are. No, I took up on them. Tommy Dean and I are contemporaries, but this is a good crew.
1 ball and 2 strikes. On leadoff man Snyder. The 1-2 popped him up on the infield. The shortstop calls for it and puts it away for out number 1. So 1 up and 1 down. Over at shortstop, that's Lane Forsythe. He's a good one, Coach. That was not a major league pop-up, but it was close to it. It was way up there.
Oh, it was. And Aston Snyder, normally a very tough out there. He was 2 for 4 in the first game. I didn't get to see their second game. We did. Granzow, another good hitter, is up there.
Kay Granzo, the first baseman, hitting the right side, standing in there. Home run power. First pitch in the dirt, ball one. I say home run power for Cade Granzo. Coach, you can say that for pretty much anyone in the South Nashville lineup.
Well, in that first game that we did, Dan, he hit a two-run homer his first at bat.
1 ball, no strikes on Cade Granzo. Here's the 1-0 pitch. A little bit low. It's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. This tournament brought to you by some great sponsors that include Southern Trucks and 4x4. Here's the 2-0 upstairs. It's 3-0. Southern Trucks and 4x4. If it has to do with your truck, they are the people you need to know. The website is mytruck.net. I believe they got a new website. We'll check on that.
They're bringing one in now, Dan, and it should be up in this month.
Here's a 3-0. Right down the pipe with the fastball. It's 3-1. That voice you just heard, that nice, crisp voice. It sounds like it's from Western Pennsylvania. It's where it originated. Tim November stopped by to see us. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Upstairs, ball 4, and Granzo earns a walk. So a man on first and 1 gone here at the top of the first inning. South Nashville at the dish against Madison Central American. And that brings up a tough out here. Cade Reynolds And, Coach, he has a lot of pop in that bat.
He does. He had 2 home runs in that first game. He had a solo shot and then a 3-run shot in the second inning of that first game.
He is dangerous. First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss. Reynolds wanted to pull that ball, but, Coach, that was on the outside portion of the plate. That's a tough one to pull.
It really is. That's one you want to take to right field.
0-1 on Reynolds. Cade Reynolds. Here's the 0-1. Fouled back to the screen. It's 0-2. And talking with the coaching staff for Madison Central American and certainly the manager, that's President Cisco, Shane Cisco. He says it's very important for his pitchers, Cook, to get out in front of these South Nashville bats. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Popped him up. Drifting foul on the first base line, coming over and putting it away. Nice catch there near the dugouts. That was a lot tougher than he made it appear. Carter Craig was right there on that fence, Coach, right in front of the dugout, and he kept his composure and his concentration and put that one away.
He really did a good job, stuck with it, and used that good old long first baseman's mitt to advantage.
He did. This brings up the cleanup man, Dawson Conder. First pitch gets away from the catcher, and there goes Granzo down to second base. So a runner in scoring position with 2 gone at the top of the first inning for South Nashville. And that was both these pop-ups on the infield that Cook was able to induce were high, towering pop-ups, and that was drifting towards the fence. Here's the 1-0. Bouncing ball to shortstop. Fielded cleanly over to first for out number 3. So, no runs, no hits, and 1 runner left on base for South Nashville after a half inning. We're scoreless. South Nashville and Madison Central American on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Last year in Madison County, emergency services received 287 calls to help victims whose hearts had stopped. Despite CPR, most of those patients did not survive. City and county first responders aim to dramatically improve that success rate. A new campaign started by Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM called Heartbeat would place a portable defibrillator in every first responder's car. About 100 defibrillators are needed to fulfill this goal. Already, 15 have been awarded to the Madison County Sheriff's Office thanks to a grant from Firehouse Subs. To participate, contact News Talk 101.5 FM.
Tune into Wednesday's Primetime Drive 3 to 6 p.m. with Steve Bowers live from Bethesda Health Services. Steve will be interviewing the doctors and nurse practitioners, Dr. Stephen Collier, Cindy Fish, Brad Creekmore, and Dr. Bob Rouse, with a focus on men and women, covering subjects including men and women's health and important screenings, physicals, and heart health. They'll discuss Botox, derma filler, and testosterone. We'll even find out more about marital counseling and the benefits you'll receive. Tune in this Wednesday to Primetime Drive 3 to 6 p.m. Bethesda Health Services, 29 North Star Drive in Jackson.
This is Dr. Tommy Cates for UT Online. If you're a teacher, a master's degree from UT Online will enhance your career in the classroom or administration. Choose an emphasis in counseling, curriculum and instruction, or educational leadership. These programs are offered online so you can take courses at a time and place that fits your schedule. Call 1-866-587-7589 or log on at utonline.tennessee.edu. UT Online, take charge of your career.
For South Nashville, here's the way they line up defensively. Pitching is Dawson Conder. The catcher, Cade Reynolds. Over at first base, Cade Granzo. At second base, Aston Snyder. At third base, Joseph Waters. At shortstop is Ben Severance. Out in right field is Taylor Montiel. And in center field, it's Tui Cope. And over in left field, it's Wani Herrera. Due up for Madison Central American in the bottom of the first inning is leadoff man Zach Timms, Lane Forsythe, and Tristan Cook. And a great play at shortstop to end that inning by Lane Forsythe, Coach.
Oh, a great play.
So it's Zach Timms leading off against the fireball right-handed pitcher Dawson Conder. And so far this tournament, he has been the most dominating pitcher here, Coach.
He throws a lot like the young man from Lexington, Williams.
Here's 1-0. It's inside 2-0.
Normally has good control, has a great fastball and a very good curve, and can spot his pitches, works the inside and outside well.
Total Sports Academy, Jackson Baseball and Softball Academy. Bouncing ball, takes a wicked hop at third base and skips into left field. for a leadoff single for Zach Timms, and he hammered that one down the third base line, just ate him alive. I got to give a base hit on that.
Yeah,
one.
we'll give him a base hit. That definitely, the third baseman had no chance. You know, Timms led off Madison County's first game with a home run.
He sure did. That'll bring up the shortstop, Lane Forsythe. We're scoreless in the bottom of the first inning. Madison Central American taking on the heavily regarded South Nashville team. Big crowd on hand here. First pitch, out right on that outside corner, strike one. The dimensions here at View Boyd Park, it's symmetrical. It's 200 all the way around, Coach. Left to center to right field, it's the same in the power alleys. It's 200 all the way.
And a good batter's eye in center field.
Here's the 0-1. Bouncing ball back to the mound. Condor has it to second for one. Over to first. Not in time. Forsythe able to get down there and not allow South Nashville to turn two. So one is gone. And the bottom of the first inning. Scoreless. Our team from Jackson, Madison Central American, taking on this team that we've really grown fond of because we've got to know some parents and some of the players in the state tournaments. South Nashville. Springs up the third man, the three-hole hitter, Tristan Cook. Here's a bouncer down the third base line, and that is foul.
Oh, he went down low and almost goffed one out in the left field. Yeah.
They seem very comfortable, these Madison Central hitters, and laid back and ready to battle against Cade Reynolds because we saw Reynolds intimidate the entire game the other night.
Well, he threw a no-hitter the other night.
Yeah. I guess that's pretty much dominant, isn't it, Coach?
Yeah, it is.
Here's the 0-1 out of its way. Swing and a miss with that fastball. He's throwing nearly 70 miles per hour from 45 feet away from home plate. Coach, that's like trying to hit a 100-mile-an-hour fastball in the majors.
Definitely equivalent of anything in the 90s to 100 miles an hour.
0-2. Here's the 0-2. Went after the high hitter. Couldn't get it. Swing and a miss. Round number two. Cook goes down swinging. That brings up the cleanup man, third baseman, Daniel Brooks for Madison Central American.
And Brooks had a couple of homers the other day. This will be a good challenge, fastball hitter versus fastball pitcher.
Strength versus strength. You're right. Here's the first pitch. Oh, did you see that knuckleball? Wow.
I thought that was the second one he threw. I when he left that one almost in the left field, I said, was that a knuckleball? I like that.
Relax just a minute, Tim. Let me get the play-by-play out.
And the umpire says he did go around on that one.
Yeah, there was a check swing. They appealed it, and the first base umpire said he did go around. Second pitch, the fastball, called strike two. That knuckleball was as fine a knuckleball, Coach, as you'll ever see.
Yes, it was. Now, you guys sure y'all didn't check the spin out on it? No spin, it's a knuckleball. If it spins any at all, it's not a knuckleball.
It was a knuckleball. Trust us. It's 0-2. On Daniel Brooks, the 0-2, fouled back out of play. We'll do it again. That ball was dancing like Phil Necro's, Tim. Did you see that?
That was the second one. The first one was when he nubbed the one off the left, down the left field line, and I saw it, and I said, is that a knuckleball? And it was so quick, you know.
So 0-2 on Daniel Brooks. Here's the 0-2. Popped him up. On the infield, first baseman asks for it and makes the play. And so one runner stranded for Madison Central American. And we move on to the second inning. We're scoreless. South Nashville and Madison Central American on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Sports play such a big role in so many children's lives, and they create memories that last a lifetime. At Great American Sports, we specialize in all sports apparel and equipment, as well as embroidery and screen printing. We are the largest bat supply in West Tennessee, and we carry the Easton Mako bat. At Great American Sports, we make sports an addiction. We're located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard. Call us today at 422-6203. Great American Sports, where West Tennessee gets ready for game time.
Birthday parties with the Jackson Generals are a home run. Each party includes pizza, drinks, cake, baseball, monkey bars, fun zone inflatables, and on Saturdays, fireworks. And just when you're ready to pick up and leave, remember that we handle all the cleaning up. At only $12 per child, get peace of mind. And more info by calling 988-5299. That's 988-5299. Or going online to jacksongeneralsbaseball.com.
At Southern Trucks and 4x4, we understand the pre-owned truck market. We built a streamlined process for finding reliable pre-owned diesel and gas pickup trucks that are reasonably priced. Because we are a full-service and accessorizing center, our pre-owned inventory gets inspected and serviced before you buy it, and we can customize it any way you want before it leaves our lot. I'm Gary Sims at Southern Trucks and 4x4. We sell, buy, and trade trucks, and you will find that your business experience will be comfortable, fair, and enjoyable. Southern Trucks and 4x4. Ask for Gary, 422-3722.
On to the second inning, leading off for South Nashville is Joseph Waters, the third baseman for this South Nashville team. First pitch is right in there, called strike one. We're scoreless in the top of the second. Here's Cooks. 0-1, it's outside, it's 1-1. My name's Dan Reeves, along with Coach Joe Holloway. Tim November joining us here in the booth. Seabass, our executive producer. On the .5 digital side, it's Paul Schultze and Lawson Mayer. Line drive back to Cook. He knocks it down. And over to first base in time for out number one. And, Coach, that was a tremendous play by Cook because that was a line shot. I'm not sure that he's not hurt.
He blocked it. It did hit his body, and his shoe came off fielding that one. And that one was tattooed.
Well, now, Tim, that ball got back on that pitcher with a quickness, didn't it?
I tell you, I think got him right in the thigh is what it did. I don't know if he got his glove on it, but
I think he slightly deflected it.
Yeah, he came out of his shoe, Coach.
Yeah, he did. But he pounced on it, stayed with it, and threw it over to first. He's a pretty tough kid, plays football, and he's taking some hits like that, just not quite that quick.
But what a job. You think he got his glove on it to knock it down?
Just barely, because he still took a good part of the blow.
Fantastic play. That'll bring up Silwani Herrera for South Nashville, the left fielder, with one gone and nobody on base. The right-handed batter gets the right-handed pitching Cook. Fastball, strike one. And, Coach, we've got this is the biggest crowd so far for this state tournament, don't you think?
Oh, yes, it is. We've got the stands full, a lot of chairs.
The 0-1 is high. It's 1-1. And, Coach, we did notice some uniforms from last year's Little League World Series team for South Nashville. They've got some teammates, former teammates, that now moved on to Babe Ruth ball that have made the drive from Nashville to support this South Nashville team. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2.
And they're out on the hill and down the first baseline supporting their team. Don Jordan, who was with the 81 state tournament here in Jackson, coached for 40 years, is present too.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Cook strikes Herrera out. And he's working on a no-hitter through an inning and a third. I know it's a little early to start talking about a no-hitter, but this South Nashville team's that good, Coach. If you can go through one inning without giving up a hit.
Dan, if I was Shane Cisco, I'd shoot you right now. It's bad luck to mention a no-hitter.
Yeah, jinx him, Coach.
Absolutely.
Here's Ben Severance, left-handed batter, setting in there for South Nashville. First pitch, upstairs, ball one. Here's what I've found out. That there's nothing I can say, think, or do that would affect this game. And I know baseball is this one sport that's more superstitious than any other. Would you say that, Coach?
Yes, rally caps, everything, sitting in the same spot in the dugout.
Yeah. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Right on the corner. Called strike one. It's 1-1.
I know a team that had to rub the manager's bald head before they went out in the field to start the game is a superstition.
You hear all sorts of superstitions in baseball. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Here's a Robinson Toyota text that comes in. It says, you guys are doing an awesome play-by-play job. We'll continue in a moment. 1-2. Line foul out of play. Awesome job of the play-by-play, and you guys are doing an awesome job of selling the city of Jackson during this tournament with your commentary. Thank you for all that you do. Well, that's a nice text, wasn't it, Coach?
It really was.
Here's the 1-2. Bounce to second base. Fielded cleanly over to first in time for out number 3. It's South Nashville. Goes in order. Here at the top of the second. On to the bottom half of this inning. We're scoreless. South Nashville and Madison Central American on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Little League Baseball is back in Jackson, and Jackson's News Talk 101.5 will broadcast the game of the week. You may also watch the game on .5digital.com, courtesy of Total Sports Academy and Jackson Baseball Academy. They're a full retail store supplying uniforms, customized t-shirts, baseball and softball bats, equipment, and instruction, with full batting cages for rent anytime. Total Sports and Jackson Baseball Academy are located next to the Sportsplex in Parkstone Place.
What a great feeling to come home and find that Green Scene Landscape Company has your lawn perfectly cut and the landscape's been freshly trimmed and mulched. Green Scene Landscape Company will make your landscape beautiful, which according to research can add up to 42% of homes' values. Green Scene Landscaping has a 5-star rating and is fully licensed and insured. They specialize in both residential and commercial lawn maintenance, irrigation, lighting, and outdoor kitchens and patios. Green Scene Landscaping Company, 267-2520. The Moore Studio has been a West Tennessee tradition for over 100 years, and we're still going strong, offering all kinds of professional photography, specializing in portrait and event photography. We feature studio and outdoor portraits and cover events like weddings, class reunions, and other celebrations. Our unique outdoor Liberty Street Gardens affords many opportunities for beautiful portrait settings in the heart of downtown Jackson. In addition, we are experienced in commercial and website photography. 427-1296.
1-1 on leadoff man Landon Lambert. Either the half innings are shorter or the breaks are longer, Coach.
A little of both. Everybody's hustling.
Yeah. Here's 1-1. Landon Lambert, the left fielder, leading off from Madison Central American. It's a ball and a strike. We're in the bottom of the second inning, scoreless. Here's the 1-1. Oh, the off-speed curveball, swing and a miss. It's 1-2. And, Coach, we've got both aces on the mound here tonight for South Nashville and for Madison Central American.
You're right. Condor pulled the string on him. Then only used 12 pitches in the first inning.
That's efficient. Here's the 1-2. Upstairs, 2-2. My name's Dan Reeves, along with Coach Joe Holloway. Tim November with us. Seabass, our executive producer. Paul Schultze and Lawson Mann on the .5 Digital site, where you can watch tonight's game at .5digital.com, along with Michael Osborne. 2-2. Here's Lambert's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Lambert goes down swinging on the fastball from Condor. Oh, boy. Now that's bringing the heat right there, fellas.
Right, 2 strikeouts for Condor.
That brings up first baseman Carter Craig for Madison Central American. One gone, nobody on base. Bottom second. First pitch is swing and a miss. We thank our sponsors that include Great American Sports, Ben Vargas and Company, the Green Scene Landscaping. It's picture perfect with Moore Studio and Mitch Carter. The 0-1 off speed, curveball, 0-2. Swing and a miss. Well, the South Nashville defense plays straight away here on Carter Craig. Condor, the pitcher for South Nashville, pitches out of the stretch. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, so 2 up and 2 down here at the bottom of the second, both strikeouts.
3 strikeouts in the contest, and when you get 2 strikes, I've noticed that not as many young men shorten up on that bat, and here's a good contact hitter coming up.
Center fielder Will Cisco will stand in there, hitting from the left side. The son of head coach Shane Cisco. Oh, first pitch hit his hand. It hit his hand and the bat, I think, at the same time. And Will, I know that hurt. Will's trying to shake it off. So we'll see. That would come in, caught his hand and the bat about the same time. And I guess it's going to go down as a strike because of the contact with the bat, Coach.
It is the bat, still part of the bat where your hands are like that, and so it'll go down as a strike. I know they wanted to call it an out, but it's not. It's dead ball when it does that.
Once it hits that body, it's dead right there. You're in foul territory. And he was in the batter's box. Here's the 0-1. A little inside, it's 1-1. And Will's a tough kid. He said, he'll rub some dirt on it. I'm going to get back to the batter's box. 1-1 on Will Cisco. 2 down and nobody on base in the bottom of the second inning. Here's the 1-1. Line drive, base hit right up the middle. Cisco singles sharply with 2 outs. Now that's a very tough kid right there to take that fastball off the hand and then come right back and single sharply up the middle.
Will Cisco, a very confident young man, believes in himself. But remember what I told you, he's a good contact man, and he sure was then. Good bunter also.
Yes, he is, Coach. 2 down, and Cisco on first base for Madison Central brings up Benjamin Whitnell, the right fielder. We're scoreless with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. Condor delivers. Swing and a miss at strike 1 on Whitnell. South Nashville coached by Mitch Lannick and Christopher Rooney. We don't know if he's related to the Dan Rooneys. If he is, we may can get some tickets to see the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's the 0-1. Fastball, call strike 2. We've got a lot of great local sponsors that include our friends over at First State Bank. Bank freely, checking, mobile banking, and check deposits. Simply convenient with mobile banking from First State Bank. Here's the 0-2. A little bit outside, 1-2.
Catcher did a good job trying to pull that one back in and influence the umpire.
Reminds me of you.
Yes, I did that a few times. Didn't ever fake anybody off, though.
1-2. Curveball, swing and a miss. Ball gets away from the catcher. And now the rules in Little League, if that happens, you can try to beat it out at first base, and the catcher throws Whitnell out. So that'll do it for 2 innings. We're scoreless. Good look at the crowd there on point5digital.com. After 2, South Nashville and Madison Central American scoreless on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and point5digital.com.
So you've cut back on everything from lattes to lunches, but if you're still coming up short at the end of the month, try this. Give State Farm agent downtown Alan Brown in Jackson a call for a free discount double check. He'll show you how something as simple as combining car and home policies could save you hundreds of dollars a year, because being there to help keep more of your money in your pocket is why Alan is here. Call 300-4444 or visit downtownalanbrown.com today.
The first thing people notice when they pull up to your home or business is what it looks like on the outside. How the grass looks. Is it pleasing to the eye? Boykins Mowing and Landscape has been keeping their customers satisfied for over a decade. Licensed and bonded, Boykins can improve the health and quality of your lawn today. From mowing and weed control to mulching and stump grinding, Boykins does it all. Call Boykins Mowing and Landscaping at 394-7249 and let them set you up on a plan that works for you. Boykins, the only name you need to know in lawn care.
The University School of Jackson is a distinctive college preparatory school that seeks to instill a passion for academic excellence and lifelong learning, so each student will reach his or her maximum potential. The USJ class of 2015 had 73 members and was awarded over $7 million in scholarships. USJ has an outstanding performing arts department and regularly performs in their 500-seat theater. At USJ, over 70% of our student body competes in athletics in state-of-the-art facilities. To learn more or to join the USJ family, visit USJBruins.org.
University School of Jackson, an education for a lifetime.
On to the third inning. Here's South Nashville at the plate. Leading off for South Nashville is a tough out. Taylor Montiel, the right fielder. And you could say that for every bat in the lineup. The 1-0 is upstairs. It's 2-0. On Montiel.
Cook a little high on his follow-through right now, and he came into this inning having thrown 26 pitches, and that was his 28th.
2-0. Cook uncoils, fires, high and outside. It's 3-0 on Montiel. Now, Coach, Montiel is the 8th hole hitter here for South Nashville, so the top of the lineup going to get another shot at it, and you don't want him to do that with runners on base here. 3-0. Fastball, call strike 1, it's 3-1.
And he was taking it all the way. Now they've given him the green light.
3-1 on Taylor Montiel. 3-1 pitch, line, foul. Back to the screen, that'll run the count full.
You really want this leadoff man in the inning. As you said, you don't want to, the top of the order is going to come anyway, but if you can get this man, it really helps, even if the 9th place hitter did get on.
Payoff pitch, Cook uncoils, fires, popped him up. Twisting foul, and against the screen right in front of the dugout, so we'll do it again.
really tailing away from that left-handed hitter.
Yeah, it is. Daniel Brooks over at third base for Madison Central gave it a chase, just ran out of room. Payoff pitch due again. Here's Cook, the right-handed pitcher, firing. Popped him up, foul, back out of play. We'll do it again. So Montiel really battling here to lead off things for South Nashville in the top of the third inning. We're scoreless. Full count on Montiel. Here's Cook, firing, lined, down the first base line. That's going to get through for a base hit and roll all the way to the wall in the right field corner. Montiel around second. He's digging towards third. He'll be in there with a stand-up triple as he ripped that one right down that first base line. And it rolled all the way to the wall for the triple.
And Dan, part of the reason he was able to get 3 bases, the right fielder and all outfielders were shifted towards left, and that put those extra steps to get to the ball.
So the first real scoring threat of the game is in the form of Taylor Montiel at third base. Here's Chewy Cope, the left fielder, who also bats on the left side. First pitch is high, ball 1.
And remember, Cook now, after being ahead of most hitters, is behind on this hitter as he was the first one of this inning.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Upstairs, 2-0. Good point, Coach.
Now, in the old days, they would have said, bow you back or either reach down and grab a little grass when you throw, because he's letting go of the ball high and not following through.
Scoreless here in the top of the third inning. South Nashville threatening. Here's a 2-0 bunted tip. Changes his mind. He's going to take it all the way. It's in the dirt, 3-0. And those big bats of Aston Snyder, Cade Granzo, and Cade Reynolds are waiting on deck, Coach.
You're right. Good stop by Timms, the catcher. And he may show a little bunt, but he's not bunting. He's supposed to be taking this one.
3-0. Here's Cook, uncalling, firing, right down the middle, strike 1. Want to say hello to Will Cisco's grandfather watching the game in Ohio, Papa Dwayne Steinley. Hey, Papa Dwayne, hope you're enjoying the game. Here's 3-1 outside, ball 4, so runners on the corners for South Nashville. Back to the top of the order, Aston Snyder, the second baseman, will have a chance to help his team break through. Both teams scoreless here in the top of the third inning. Nobody out, Coach, with these runners on the corners for South Nashville.
Yeah, you're right. A good contact man in Snyder. And let's see if there's anything on with first base on a steal.
Here's Cook, uncalling, firing. Nobody's going anywhere. And boy, the catcher, Timms, Zach Timms for Madison Central American, fired that right back to the pitcher. He said, okay, I'm getting that ball back to you. Make sure nothing happens out there. First pitch is a ball. It's 1-0. Here's Cook. 1-0 pitch. Upstairs, 2-0.
Well, that quick return like that is one way of dealing with the double steal, and the man at first would try to draw a throw, but with the top of the order up, I'm not sure they'll take any action like that.
2 balls, no strikes. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Inside, 3-0.
And pitch is mounting up for Cook. Throwing hard, but the high release, and the Nashville hitters are very patient.
3-0. Here's a 3-0 pitch. Ball 4. So bases are loaded. And Cade Granzo, who is a home run machine, will stand in there and timeouts Madison Central American. Coach Ben Vargson wants to talk with his pitcher as he goes out to speak with Tristan Cook. Danger right now for Madison Central, Coach.
Really is, and there's no place to put him, so you can't be really careful about your pitches. You've got to come and challenge him with your best pitches. A couple of things you might try would be to, one, throw inside and keep his arms tied up so he can't fully extend. And if you come inside, you go away, you can always try to make him hit the right field. But this is a good hitter coming up here.
Well, we got to have a change on the mound. Daniel Brooks is going to be our new pitcher. When we come back, we'll take a 30-second timeout while we change pitchers here from the Little League State Tournament in Jackson, Tennessee on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
I'm so bored.
Well, Mom, it's going to be a long summer, but it doesn't have to be. Gather up the kids and head to Sky Zone in Jackson. Sky Zone on East Park Square next to Pringles Park in the Jackson Sportsplex is Northwest Tennessee's premier indoor trampoline park, featuring ultimate dodgeball, a foam zone, sky slam, and open jump. No room for boredom at Sky Zone, and it's a great place for birthday parties, too. This could be the ultimate summer at Sky Zone in Jackson. Visit them on Facebook for park times and specials.
Yay, Sky Zone! This is the best summer ever!
And back at Pewborn Park, we're in the third inning. There's been a change of pitchers. Daniel Brooks, who was playing third, has come on, and he inherits a bases-loaded situation. And one of the home run hitters of this tournament, Cade Granzo, is at the plate. So, Dan, he comes in with all the pressure on him. There's no place to put Granzo.
Oh, what a spot for Daniel Brooks to come in. So the new pitcher, Daniel Brooks. Here's Brooks firing, popped him up. Second baseman asked for it. This is a infield fly roll. The batter's automatically out. And how about that, Coach? The first pitch from Brooks, who drops down sidearm, induces a huge out, number one.
And that was a big out, but it doesn't get any easier because Cade Reynolds has home run power also, the catcher coming up.
Cade Reynolds, the big right-handed hitter, stands in there against the right-handed pitching Brooks. Sidearms it, inside ball one. And Brooks, Daniel Brooks is a guy that can really handle just about any situation. And here's a tough one for him here. 1-0 outside corner, called strike one, 1-1.
And that one's when he drops down and moving away like that, and it caught that corner of the plate.
Beautiful pitch. Here's the 1-1. Lined back up the middle. It's a base hit into center field. One run will score. Here comes it. Oh, they're going to hold the runner third, and now the ball gets away from the catcher, and the second run will score. And Reynolds and Snyder will move up on base. So second and third after the two-run score. South Nashville breaks through here at the top of the third inning. It takes a 2-0 lead.
And 2 RBIs on that one, and those are big runs because runs aren't going to come easy off Condor tonight, who just happens to be the hitter.
Dawson Condor steps in there. He's the cleanup hitter, the pitcher for South Nashville. First pitch nearly to the backstop. Great job by Timms. That would have cost another run. You know, Brooks, the pitcher, is such a great athlete. He's mad at himself. He thought he should have caught that line drive, which would have been a miraculous play. 1-0, swing and a miss. Evens at 1-1. If Brooks would have been able to snag that line drive, it was lined right back at him. It would have been a Sports Center top 10 play.
It really would have been.
Here's the 1-1. Curveball, foul, out of play. Behind us here, it's 1-2.
And Condor 0 for 1. He grounded to the shortstop, Lane Forsythe, the last time up, so he's looking to get a hit and increase his lead.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Condor. Here's the 1-2. Fouled it away at home plate. Just got a piece of it to stay alive. And Brooks, as Coach mentioned, he'll drop down sidearm and whip it in there, so it's a much different look for these batters than what Cook was throwing. Here's the 1-2. Line drive, base hit up the middle. 1 run will score. As Condor going to stretch it into a double. And holding up on third base is Reynolds. It's 3-0 South Nashville. Well, when you don't hit your cutoff,
You're
it
right.
really costs you, Coach.
It really does. Of course, you score that at home as a single, and he advanced to second on the throw.
Joseph Waters will stand in there. He is hitting out of the 5-hole. Hitting from the left-hand side. 3-0 now, South Nashville. Brooks' first pitch. Right in the corner, strike one. 1 out, top 3. South Nashville has pushed 3 runs across here on the top of this third inning to take a 3-0 lead. Here's the 0-1, fouled back to the screen. Now, we're getting so heavy on point5digital.com. Folks, if you want to move over to citylinktv.com, that's citylinktv.com, and then scroll down to the right-hand side of the page all the way to the bottom, you'll see Brownsville Weather Cam. Click right there. Here's the 0-2. Line drive. Caught by the shortstop. The runners retreat back, so no chance at a double play. But Forsythe all over that one for out number 2. So go to CityLinkTV.com. Scroll down towards the bottom of the page on the right-hand side, and you'll see Brownsville, Tennessee. Brownsville weather cam, and click right there.
Runners on second and third for number 1.
And that will even be better quality for you. Here's Sawani Herrera with 2 gone. And runners on second and third in the top of the 3rd inning. South Nashville now with a 3-0 lead.
Good play by Forsythe, but Herrera showed great discipline not going for that pitch then.
Here's the 1-0 outside 2-0. We thank our friends over at Brassfield Construction. Hammer Time Home Run, sponsored by Brassfield. By State Farm Agent, downtown Allen Brown, 2-0. Downstairs, 3-0. By Boykin Moygan Landscaping, Grant Boykin and Company, commercial and residential. By USJ, University School of Jackson. Visit usjbruins.org. Here's a 3-0. Right in there, strike 1. By the Jackson Generals. Seattle Mariners AA baseball team right here in Jackson, Tennessee. Here's a 3-1 bouncing ball to shortstop, fielded cleanly by Forsythe, over to first base for out number 3. So 3 runs cross here in the top of the 3rd inning as South Nashville takes a 3-0 lead into the bottom of the 3rd inning. On Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Mom, I'm so bored.
Well, Mom, it's going to be a long summer, but it doesn't have to be. Gather up the kids and head to Sky Zone in Jackson. Sky Zone on East Park Square next to Pringles Park in the Jackson Sportsplex is Northwest Tennessee's premier indoor trampoline park, featuring ultimate dodgeball, a foam zone sky slam, and open jump. No room for boredom at Sky Zone, and it's a great place for birthday parties, too. This could be the ultimate summer at Sky Zone in Jackson. Visit them on Facebook for park times and specials.
Yay, Sky Zone! This is the best summer ever!
This is attorney Bradley Owens of Hardy Martin Donahoe Owens & Wright. We're a full-service law firm located in Jackson and Trenton, handling all types of legal matters, including personal injury, workers' compensation, divorce and family law, bankruptcy, Social Security disability, and criminal defense. Let Hardy Martin Donahoe Owens & Wright solve all your legal problems. Call us today at 424-2151.
Tipping the scales in your favor.
It's a summer to savor at Marco's Pizza. Right now, get our extra-large one-topping pizza for just $12.99 and choose any topping you want. And add a little something sweet to your summer with Marco's new S'mores Brownie and Double Chocolate Brownie. Both are made with the finest chocolate chips and drizzled with decadent chocolate sauce. In the spirit of summer, our S'mores Brownie is topped with marshmallows and graham cracker sprinkles. Savor summer with Marco's extra-large flavor at an extra special price.
Marco's Pizza, Van Drive in the College in front of the Home Depot. Call 300-0400 or online at marcos.com.
On to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Madison Central American
As number 2, Mitch Lennon
will send to the plate this inning. The bottom of the lineup, and then we'll head right back up to the top. Walker Moore scheduled to hit, Coach. I'm not sure if he's going to hit this inning.
No, it'll be Malachi Anderson in right field. Mitch Lanick has gone into right field for the South Nashville team. And for all the Nashville folks listening, Marcus Mariota has signed with the Titans.
It's official, Marcus Mariota. And by the way, former Tennessee Titan Donnie Nicky has been hired here in Jackson to coach with the USJ Bruins with Mickey Marley's staff. So leading off here for Madison Central American is Malachi Anderson, hitting from the right side against Condor, Dawson Condor. First pitch fastball right in there, strike 1. Dan Reeves and Coach Joe Holloway with you. Tim November with us as well here in the press box. Seabass, our executive producer. 0-1 on Malachi. Here's the 0-1. Curveball. Did he hold up? Umpire asked for help. Says no, he didn't go around.
Well, it's a good thing he didn't make contact. His foot went out of the box, and he'd been out if the umpire had seen it.
Well, as we talked last night,
even with the liberal, he was way out there. He's got a wide open stance.
Yeah, the umpires did say they're very liberal with it these days because of the size of the kids. Call strike 2, 1-2. I think Coach would have called him out though. He's old school.
Hey, when you're that far, when you're 6 inches out of the box,
There's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gonder fires. Right it down the middle and calls strike 3. So Anderson goes down on strikes. Caught him looking. That'll head it back up to the top of the lineup. And Zach Timms will be there, the leadoff man, with 1 gone and nobody on base in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
And he's 1 for 1 with a single in the first.
Number 1, Zach Timms.
So Tim stands in there, gets the fireball Condor. First pitch, fastball in the dirt, ball 1. Paul Schultze and Lawson Mann, along with Michael Osborne on the .5 digital side. We can watch tonight's game as we say hello to Kingsman, Arizona, and Morehead City, North Carolina, listening or watching tonight in .5digital.com. 2-0 now. On Zach, here's a 2-0. Fastball, outside corner, call strike 1. Boy, heat alert for the broadcasters. Here's the 2-1 curveball, fouled away at home plate. 2-2.
Well, the heat index was 99 when this game started.
99.
I don't think it's cooled off either.
I don't know if it's safe for broadcasters.
Not old fat ones like me.
Here's a 2-2 pitch. Condor, the big right-hander, comes set. Uncoils, fires, struck him out. Swing and a miss. So 2 gone here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And Lane Forsythe threw up here for Madison Central American.
Number 5, Dawson Conker.
And Forsythe is the nephew of Jay Mack, the offensive coordinator for the Northside Indians.
You are right.
First pitch to Forsythe. Downstairs, ball 1.
And Forsythe 0 for 1. He was on with a fielder's choice in the first, and that was the 6th strikeout a minute ago by Condor.
1-0 on Forsythe. Here's the 1-0. Bouncing ball up the middle. It gets through for a base hit. Forsythe with his 1-out single. He'll hold up on first base. And that'll bring up Tristan Cook. So Madison Central American with 2 down. He had a runner on first base. Down 3-0 to the South Nashville powerhouse, coach. Be good to get something going offensively for the Jackson team.
Yes, 1 run would give a lot of confidence.
First pitch in a dirt, ball 1. And Condor he's given up a few hits tonight, but he scattered those hits through 2 and 2
Giving
thirds.
one up in each inning.
And he's very comfortable pitching out of jams. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1.
Of course, it's easy to coach when you're up here in the thing, but a good pitcher like him, I probably would have my hitters step out a whole lot of the box.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Try to get that timing off.
Yeah, look at that. Right on cue. I think they piped into Coach Joe's mic. What do you think, Tim?
They're taking some lessons over there.
But you got to do it consistently. Every hitter needs to step out at some point in his bat.
Here's the 1-1. Bunt attempt, fouled back to the screen. It's 1-2. And here comes the train. If you're watching at .5digital.com, here comes the train.
And that one headed towards Corinth, Mississippi.
It's not the Chattanooga Choo-Choo. It's the Corinth Choo-Choo. Be a good time to hit one deep to center. Here's 1-2. Curveball, struck him out swinging. So we completed 3 full now. It's South Nashville 3 and Madison Central American nothing on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Birthday parties with the Jackson Generals are a home run. Each party includes pizza, drinks, cake, baseball, monkey bars, fun zone inflatables, and on Saturdays, fireworks. And just when you're ready to pick up and leave, remember that we handle all the cleaning up. At only $12 per child, get peace of mind and more info by calling 988-5299. That's 988-5299 or going online to jacksongeneralsbaseball.com.
Since 1991, Bobby Green of Old Country Auto Sales has gained the reputation of supplying the area with a large assortment of late model pre-owned vehicles. Combined with the utmost in integrity, that's a rare combination. Bobby sold my high school graduate's first vehicle. 12 years later, my son's come back to Jackson with his family, and he's still driving that vehicle from Old Country Auto. We don't want to be the biggest, we just want to be the best. Old Country Auto, on the corner of Airways and the 45 bypass, or online at oldcountryauto.com.
Dr. Howerton at Patient-Centered Physicians Care is committed to unhurried, compassionate, and affordable health care. She dedicates at least 30 minutes to each visit. You have time to talk about your concerns and needs, and you can afford this type of health care. It costs less than a cup of coffee per day. Together, you and Dr. Howerton determine how to meet your health care goals. Call 731-215-2888 or visit pc3md.com to learn more about this type of personalized and affordable health care.
On to the fourth inning. My name's Dan Reeves along with Coach Joe Holloway. It's 3-0 South Nashville. Daniel Brooks back on the mound. First pitch outside. Ball one. South Nashville with 3 runs in the top of the third inning to take the lead. The 1-0 swing and a miss. On Ben Severance, it's 1-1. Ben plays shortstop for South Nashville. Coach, he's another one of those just really good ball players.
Good contact hitter, grounded out his last time up.
1-1 outside, it's 2-1. Jeff Friedrich, owner of Marco's, joining us here in the booth. How you doing, Jeff Rowe?
Doing fantastic. How are you today?
Great. 2-1 pitch. Fouled back to the screen. Hit Coach in the nose, or would have, without that fence.
Good old screen, and after taking that baseball a few years ago in the face, I am a little gun shy when it comes to stuff straight back at me.
That'd knock that Marco's pizza out of your mouth.
Oh, no, I would have held on to that.
Here's 2-2. Swing, bouncing ball up the middle. Base hit by Severance to lead off the fourth inning for South Nashville. Marco's Pizza, one of our big sponsors here, sponsoring Little League Baseball. So remember, Marco's, it's the best pizza in town. There's no doubt about that. On Van Drive in front of the Home Depot. We got a pinch hitter here for South Nashville. It's Mitch Lanick, right-handed hitter, Coach. His first at bat of the game.
It is his first at bat. He's in right field, and he'll be followed. Christopher Looney will come on as a pinch hitter for Cope.
And we got a pitching change for Madison Central American. So we'll take a 60-second break for the pitching change and come right back here in Jackson, Tennessee. And let us know where you're watching the game at tonight. Text us on the Robinson Toyota text line at 731-277-5155. We'll be right back on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5 Digital and .com.
The Peggy Graves team is known as the area's most trusted real estate team. For 25 years, the Peggy Graves team has set the pace in residential sales in Jackson and surrounding counties. The Peggy Graves team finds the perfect home for buyers and gets homes sold quickly for sellers. Peggy Graves and her team have the knowledge and expertise in our real estate market to make your experience fast, easy, and simple. Contact Jackson's most trusted real estate team, the Peggy Graves team, 664-2342, or go online at peggygraves.com.
Discover the freedom of clear vision. The LASIK Center of Jackson wants you to see how easy and affordable it is to change your perspective on life with laser vision correction. If you dealt with poor vision for too long, life can be simple again. Dr. David Underwood has helped thousands of people improve their vision and their lives with LASIK. Let the LASIK Center of Jackson show you the way to clear vision. So what are you waiting for? Call the LASIK Center of Jackson and schedule your free consultation. Call 731-668-0064 or visit us online at LASIKofJackson.com.
Jerry Marsh, the home plate umpire, he runs things with an iron fist. I love him. He's one of the best in the business, no matter what level, Coach.
Well, this is a great crew. You've got college umpires. All of them have umpired some college and high school.
First pitch to Lanick. Strike one. Here's Coach Joe Holloway with a pitching change for Madison Central American.
Malachi Anderson moves from second base to the pitcher's mound. Daniel Brooks, after one inning, goes back to third. Cook over to second base.
0-1 on Mitch Lanick. 0-1 pitch. Bounce to shortstop. Forsythe can't find the handle. That was a tough try for Forsythe. He knocked it down, but everybody's going to be safe. And now with nobody out, runners in first and second. South Nashville will send Christopher Rooney to the plate, the right-handed hitter against the right-handed pitching Malachi Anderson. So something working again offensively here with a 3-0 lead for South Nashville. First pitch to Rooney. Bunch in front of the mound. Malachi bobbles it, and everybody's going to be safe. So everything going right here for South Nashville in the 4th inning, and nothing right now as far as getting a break in favor of Madison Central American, Coach.
That's right, and it turns into a base hit instead of getting the sure out. Now, Major League would have scored that as a sacrifice, even though he made it to first. Bases loaded, nowhere to put anybody.
Aston Snyder back to the top of the lineup. First pitch gets away from the catcher, and here comes the runner digging towards home. The throw will not be made, and Severance will score, and it's 4-0. South Nashville here at the top of the 4th inning with nobody out, and now runners on 2nd and 3rd, and Coach, are threatening to blow this one wide open.
Yes, they are, and that can be a little downheartening, especially since you know you've put a runner on. Madison County's left runners on the base, and you can't do that, but this is a good hitting ball club. There's not a weak person on the South Nashville team.
1-0, Snyder outside 2-0. You know, Jeff, we thank you so much in Little League Baseball. Thanks Marco's Pizza for being a big sponsor for us here.
Well, we're happy to do it. This is a great event. Hopefully our Madison guys can pull it out.
2-0 is outside, 3-0. Marco's Pizza. Great special running right now. Tell them about it, Jeff.
Oh, all of our large specialties are on sale for $12.99. We also got the new brownies, the double chocolate and the s'mores brownies.
Oh, they're so good, made with the best
Sardelli. Not sure how you say it.
Gordelli. Tell him, Bew, how to say it. Bass, Earth to Bass.
I think he's eating.
He's taking a nap.
He's eating a pizza.
Eating a Marco's Pizza. That brings up Cade Granzo. After the walk, loads the bases. Granzo, bouncing ball foul down the third base line.
And Granzo 0 for 1 tonight.
It's the chocolate on Marco's Pizza. Gordelli?
Ghirardelli,
that's it. Maybe a real Ghirardelli chocolate. 0-1 pitch on Granzo outside. 1-1. Bases loaded. Top 4. It's 4-0 South Nashville. Nobody out. And the base is jammed. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And the dirt, 2-1. Marcos.com, where you can order for delivery, or you can call 300-0400. Van drive in front of the Home Depot. Here's 2-1 pitch to Granzo. Ooh, behind him. Almost hit him. 3-1. So right now, Coach, it's danger city for this Madison Central American team.
And you're right, and judiciously, South Nashville watching those pitches. Anderson having a little trouble with strike zone. Outfield to back up close to the fence. The infield's at double play depth, so they'll give them a run for out here.
3-1. Here's the 3-1. Swing, drive, deep down the left field line. Twisting, a foul. That one had home run distance and then some, Coach.
If it was a fair ball, it would have been out of here.
And the bases are juiced, loaded. That runs the count full on the slugger, Cade Granzo from South Nashville. Here's the payoff pitch on its way. Oh, beautiful curveball. Struck him out looking. What a big-time pitch there from Malachi Anderson, Coach.
It really was from Malachi, and he needed a big-time pitch then, and that'll help the young man's confidence.
Well, it doesn't get any easier. Here's the number 3-hole hitter, Cade Reynolds. One out, bases loaded for South Nashville. First pitch. Oh, inside. It hit the bat or hit him. Umpire says it hits Reynolds, so that'll get a run home. Do you know this umpire very well?
Yeah, I know him. He does a good job.
He's great.
He really does.
It's your brother-in-law.
He is.
Jerry does a great job. Got a great Jerry Marsh homemade umpire. We got this lady brought us a state Little League tournament official program hosted by Jackson's Lions Club. dated 1981. First pitch right in there, or just outside, I should say, to Dawson Condor, ball wide, 1-0 Condor.
And he had a big single the last time up, Dan.
And he's a slugger. 1-0 in the dirt, 2-0.
Cope is back in running at first.
For the South Nashville team.
Yes.
2-0 on Dawson Condor. 1 out, top of the 4th inning, bases loaded for South Nashville. They lead 4-0. Here's a 2-0. Swing, bouncing ball to third. Brooks has it over to first. It's high and everybody's safe, and another run will score. Rooney will score. It's 6-0 South Nashville. Holy moly, Coach. They take advantage of any little miscue that you may offer up. They take advantage
Well,
of
they
it.
put pressure on you. They hustle down the line. They run the bases aggressively.
Now Joseph Waters hitting from the left side. Bases remain loaded. 1 out, 6-0 South Nashville. Top of the 4th inning.
And Waters lined hard to short his last time up.
He sure did. Here's the 1-0. Swing, bouncer back to the mound. Anderson has it home for 1, over to first. Not in time. Tim snapped that throw down to first base. But Waters able to beat it. So 1 retired at home plate. That's 2 outs now. Bases remain loaded. And now Sawani Herrera hitting from the right side will stand in there. You know, if Madison could get out of this right now, that would be huge with no further damage. 6 runs. That's a hill, but it's not a mountain, Coach, is it?
You're right.
6-0 South Nashville. Here's the 1-0. Fastball downstairs, 2-0. Text coming in. Tricia and Jeff Legene watching from Shelbyville, Tennessee. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Curveball. Stayed upstairs. It's 3-0 on Sawani Herrera.
And Herrera grounded to short his last time up.
3-0. Here's a 3-0. Inside corner, strike 1 with a fastball. Tricia and Jeff Legene watching from Shelbyville, Tennessee, getting ready to watch our nephew, Dylan Legene, and the Tullahoma All-Stars. Thanks for the broadcast. The 3-1 is outside. Ball 4. That's going to get a run home as Herrera draws a walk, and Cope will score it. 7-0 South Nashville. Oh, boy. That brings up Ben Severance. Severance is the shortstop for South Nashville. Hits from the left side. He's another good one, Coach.
He sure is, and that was the 9th man that just batted. This is the 10th to bat in the inning.
First pitch swinging. Fouls it off along the third base side. It's 0-1. Hardy, Martin, Donahoe, Owens, and Wright, one of our sponsors, the premier law firm in all of West Tennessee. By Bobby Green's Old Country Auto. On airways at the bypass. Here's the 0-1. In the dirt, 1-1. Remember these local sponsors now, like Wireless Dimensions, the WD, cell phone accessories and more in the Old Hickory Mall. In front of Victoria's Secret, and that ain't a bad place to be. The Hughes Eye Center, Matt Hughes, Dr. Matt Hughes, and the LASIK Center of Jackson. Here's the 1-1. Upstairs, 2-1. The Hughes Eye Center, medical and surgical eye care, and then the LASIK Center of Jackson, located inside the Hughes Eye Center. Z-LASIK eye surgery there. 2-1 in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, and here comes another run home. Going to walk in there is Condor, and it's 8-0 South Nashville.
And remember now we have the 10-run rule after 4.
Yeah.
Severance got this started. He led this inning off with a single, Dan, and scored.
Yep. 3-1 on Severance. 3 1s in the dirt. And Severance will earn a walk. And the bases will reload with 2 outs here at the top of the 4th inning. South Nashville's taking control of the game. They led 2-0. But they put 6 runs on the board here in the 4th inning. And now manager Shane Cisco out to the mound to have a chat That'll give us time to pause for station identification. You're listening to the Tennessee Little League Baseball State Tournament on the major side on Jackson's News Talk 101.5.
Welcome to Jackson's only News Talk FM. This is WNWS-FM Jackson 101.5 FM.
My name's Dan Reeves, along with Coach Joe Holloway. Seabass, our executive producer. This brings up for the second time this inning, Mitch Lanick. He fouls it off down to third base line.
Well, that one right in there on the fist. Tough to do anything but pull foul with that one.
No balls and one strike on Lanick. Here's the 0-1 upstairs. 1-1.
Dan, the curve stayed high that time. Didn't roll it off and follow through.
One ball and one strike. And the Dirts. 2-1. Two and one here on Mitch Lanick. Right-handed hitter for South Nashville. Here's a 2-1. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
Anderson really wants the 2-2 pitch. Does not want to run it to 3-2.
No, you're right about that, Coach. 2-2 on Mitch Lanick. Malachi Anderson on the mound for this team from Jackson. Madison Central American. Here's a 2-2. It's upstairs. Runs the count full with the bases jammed. When 2 outs, Coach, the merry-go-round will be set in motion on this pitch.
Even though you start on base, as soon as that ball crosses the plate, you can be pushing off and go.
Here's a payoff pitch from Malachi. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. But 6-run score here in the top of the 4th inning, and South Nashville takes an 8-0 lead into the bottom of the 4th. On Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
The next 60 seconds could save one of your lives out there. Seabass here for Preventagenics, and as many of you know, I was very sick a few months ago. To be honest, I was pretty scared. I got out of the hospital and knew some things had to change. That's when I put Jeff Young of Preventagenics on the case. Preventagenics is dedicated to help its patients work to help prevent as well as treat heart attacks, strokes, as well as focusing on general health, wellness, weight loss, and diabetes management. Guys, the warning signs your body is giving you are just that, warnings. It won't just go away. I've never experienced anything in healthcare like Jeff Young and Preventagenics. They're located at 162 Murray Guard Drive. Call today for an appointment at 300-0044. And introducing a brand new Preventagenics location at 210 North Liberty Street in downtown Jackson. Find them online at prevent.rocks.com. And as Jeff Young always says, he wants to see you before you get sick. Preventagenics, keeping you young at heart. Some stores are too small with one focus, like spatulas, and some stores are so big they're not even sure what they carry. But Ace Hardware Jackson is just right. Looking for Bass Pro Fishing supplies or poles, hunting, fishing license? Ace is the place. Yeti coolers and supplies, Carpet Express carpet cleaner rentals, pool supplies, cabbage stain for house and decks, market umbrellas, banquet tables and chairs. You got it. Ace is the place. Locally owned and operated, open 7 days a week at 3315 North Highland Avenue in the former Wonder Bread store. Be sure to like us on Facebook at Ace of Jackson.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
This nice text comes in, Coach, and the Robinson Toyota text line. You can text us and let us know where you're watching tonight's game. This one comes in, says, hey, fellas, enjoying the evening, watching the game at home with my wife and girlfriend.
That's a good thing to do.
Well, I'm not sure I would advise that, but if everybody's cool with it, just enjoy. There's a knuckleball. Holy moly. Swing and a miss. Daniel Brooks letting go off the bottom of the 4th inning for Madison Central American. So Dawson Condor has the fastball, the curveball, and a knuckleball. Coach, he's got it all. There's the curveball. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
And that's a hard pitch to lay off of, but it does wind up out of the strike zone, but it looks like it's going to be there. Now you got to guard the plate.
0-2 on Daniel Brooks letting go off the bottom of the 4th. For Madison Central American, it's 8-0. Oh, and there's the fastball, wasted up high. Ball 1. And everybody's confused here. Daniel Brooks, He held up on his swing. I didn't think it was even
wasn't
close.
even close. Brooks 0 for 1 coming into this plate appearance. He popped up to the first baseman. But the coach was right, but you got to ask for the umpire because it wasn't called a strike here at the plate.
1-2. Condor out of the stretch. 1-2. Curveball stayed inside. It's 2-2. And Dawson Condor, you think, well, little leaguer throwing a knuckleball, have to have some long fingers. Well, Coach, he's about 5'11" or so.
Good-sized young man, could easily be a good basketball player.
2-2 in the dirt, runs the count full. Daniel Brooks with a nice at-bat here to lead off the fourth inning. It's 8-0 South Nashville. We're in the fourth, so we're getting late in the game, Coach. It's time for Madison to make a move.
Yeah.
Here's the payoff pitch. High ball four. Daniel Brooks with a great job drawing a leadoff walk for Madison Central American.
And Dan, he came back from being down 0-2.
Yeah.
Landon Lambert coming up. He's 0 for 1 on the night.
Lambert plays center field. Bats in the right side for Madison Central American.
As number 7.
Text us on our Robinson Joyner text line. Let Coach Joe and I know where you're watching tonight's game. 731-277-5155. We'll chit-chat with you on the air. First pitch outside, ball one. Again, the Robinson Joyner text line. We receive those here on the air. We'll read them. Let us know where you're watching the game. It's 731-277-5155. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Inside and high. It's 2-0.
And Dan, I need to mention a couple of defensive changes. Christopher Rooney is now catching, and Reynolds, the catcher, has moved to third base.
Thank you, Coach. Here's the 2-0. Fastball, outside corner, call, strike one. The berm behind the outfield wall runs from left field all the way around to right field. Makes a nice backdrop here at Peelboyd Park. Here's the 2-1. Fastball. There goes the runner down to second base. He'll slide in there safely. Daniel Brooks swipes second. The pitch was a called strike two, so the count's even at 2-2 on Lambert. Nobody out. Bottom of the fourth inning. 8-0. South Nashville leads. Here's a 2-2. Inside. Nearly hit him. Runs the count full.
Lambert's got to guard the plate, but that steal's important. It takes away the ground ball double play the conventional way. And this is a beautiful park, especially with the green background we've got.
Hitting gorgeous. Payoff pitch in the dirt. Lambert earns a walk, so Madison Central American has their first two base runners get aboard here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And now pinch hitter Davis Lee will bat, and that's going to be it for pitcher Dawson Condor. Another great outing for him. So we got a pitching change. We'll take the timeout with him. And the bottom of the fourth inning. Nobody outs and runners on first and second when we return from Madison Central American on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Some stores are too small with one focus, like spatulas, and some stores are so big they're not even sure what they carry. But Ace Hardware Jackson is just right. Looking for Bass Pro Fishing supplies or poles, hunting, fishing license? Ace is the place. Yeti coolers and supplies, Carpet Express carpet cleaner rentals, pool supplies, cabbage stain for house and decks, market umbrellas, banquet tables and chairs. You got it. Ace is the place. Locally owned and operated, open 7 days a week at 3315 North Highland Avenue in the former Wonder Bread store. Be sure to like us on Facebook at Ace of Jackson.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Hi, this is Stephen Rich from the WD in the mall. At the WD, we specialize in every kind of accessory for your cell phone, smartphone, iPad, iPod, and more. But we don't charge the high prices the big guys do. At the WD, you get chargers for your car, home, cell phone cases, otter boxes, protective cases for your phone, iPad, iPod, plus holsters, screen protectors, and you save up to 50% or more. Come see us today at the WD in the mall, right in front of Victoria's Secret, or visit us online at WDJackson.com.
8-0 South Nashville leading Madison Central American. We got a pitching change, and here is Coach Joe Holloway.
Well, I was waiting till they officially announced him, but Dan on the mound warming up is Mitch Lanick.
My name's Dan Reeves, along with Coach Joe Holloway. A pleasure to be with you for both of us. Seabass, our executive producer, Davis Salee at the plate for Madison Central American. First pitch, right down the pipe by Lanick, called strike one.
And Condor has moved over to first base on the defense.
0-1. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. Bottom of the fourth. Here's the 0-1. Curveball. Swinging a miss. It's 0-2. Lanik picking up where Dawson left off. Dawson Condor pitched shutout ball here through 3 innings. Curveball. Beauty. Strike 3 called. Salee goes down looking. Boy, Coach, that one fell off the kitchen table, as they say.
It did. It looked like it was going to be inside, but that's a backdoor curveball.
Well, Cisco now will bat with runners in first and second.
Number 21,
and 1 out.
Cisco to the plate.
Cisco singled sharply at his first at bat. First pitch gets away back to the screen. There goes the runners as Daniel Brooks will cruise into third base. So runners on second and third for Madison Central American. Still only 1 out. Bottom of the fourth inning. Madison's down 8-0. Here's the 1-0. Outside 2-0. So a chance here if Madison Central American can get something going to try to change the tide of this game.
You're right. It'll be interesting to see if we challenge the left in center field. 2 strong arms out there.
2-0. Outside 3-0. On Shane Cisco hits it out of the 7-hole. We're not sure who's going to bat next. Nobody's on deck. Here's the 3-0 pitch from Lanik. In the dirt, Cisco will walk and the bases are loaded for Madison Central American, the team from Jackson, Tennessee, taking on South Nashville. Now we know who's going to bat, Coach.
Yes.
Andrew Coy hitting from the right side with his first action tonight in a kind of a big spot, Coach.
18, Andrew Coy steps to the plate.
Coy up in a big spot, a walk, base hit, error, brings a run home.
First pitch from Lanik. Right down the middle of the fastball, strike 1. Jerry Marsh behind home plate tonight, the umpire behind home plate. You won't find a better one. He really is top-notch, isn't he?
Oh, like I said, very experienced crew, and even one of this crew has umpired Southern League games.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. This is a huge at-bat because right now, Coach, only 1 out with the bases loaded. There's so many options for Madison Central. You go 2 outs and things change.
It really does.
0-2 on Andrew Coy. Here's the 0-2. Struck him out swinging. Huge out for South Nashville as, boy, oh boy, Mitch Lanik with a clutch strikeout. And now we're going to have another pinch hitter for Madison Central American. It will be Coach Walker Moore.
Yeah, backed by the re-entry rule.
The re-entry rule. You're right, Coach. So Walker Moore, big at bat here. First pitch. Boy, nice job by Rooney. It was in the dirt outside, and Rooney scooped that. Or Daniel Brooks would have scored from third base.
You're right. Very agile catcher Rooney is.
1-0 on Walker Moore. Lanik out of the stretch. Fires in the dirt. 2-0. Rooney kept that one in front of him, the catcher. Big crowd on hand. It's the biggest crowd of this state tournament in Jackson, Tennessee, our hometown here. We love Jackson. Come visit us. About 100,000 live in Jackson, Madison County, halfway between Elvis and Hank Williams and I-40. 2-0. In the dirt, it's 3-0.
Good park system here. Lots of great golf courses.
Yeah.
Good place just to visit.
Great place to live. We love it, don't we, Coach?
Absolutely. I came home from a really good place here.
3-0. Inside, ball 4, and Madison Central American will get their first run by way of a walk as Daniel Brooks will touch home plate. It's 8-1, so a big hit here, Coach, by Zach Timms, and he's a good one. He's a leadoff hitter, can change a lot of things.
And Timms is 1 for 2 tonight, led the game off. He's had a home run in this, and he's got home run power.
Bases loaded, 2 outs.
So Zach Timms hitting from the right side with 2 down, and the bases loaded for Madison Central American. First pitch, downstairs, ball 1. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning in Little League Baseball, regulation 6-inning game. So Madison Central has 7 outs to play with. The 1-0 bounce out in front of the mound. It's a foul ball that Jerry Marsh says. It hit off the leg of Zach Timms. It's 1-1.
And if you're scoring at home, Condor is responsible for the first run that scored. He's also responsible for the runner for third base.
Dan Reeves and my broadcast partner, Coach Joe Holloway. Here's the 1-1. Outside, gets back to the screen. Here comes the runner digging towards home. Slides in safely is Lambert for run number 2 for Madison Central American. It's 8-2 now as Madison cuts into the lead to slice it down to 6 runs. And it's 2-1 at Zach Timms. And Coach, runners, 2 of them in scoring position. Timms could really change things with a base hit here.
Oh, he's got a chance to do some damage.
2-1. Line drive, base hit, right field. 1 run will score. Rounding third base, digging towards home. Oh, now he's going to put on the brakes. It's Scamper back to third base. 1 run will score. It's 8-3. Madison Central American now slices it lead down to 5.
And that's striking distance there, Dan. And here's a pretty good hitter, even though tonight he's 1 for 2.
Lane Forsythe. Hitting for the right side, but runners on the corners now, still with 2 outs. And the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's Lanik, comes, sets, fires. Line drive, base hit up the middle. 1 run will score. And it's 8-4 as Moore crosses home plate on a line drive RBI by Lane Forsythe. And now the number 3 hole hitter, Tristan Cook, will stand in here with a chance to do more damage.
Cook 0 for 2 tonight.
First pitch, inside, ball 1. Runners on first and second. 2 are gone in the bottom of the 4th inning, but Madison Central American rallying. They put 4 runs on the board here at the bottom of the 4th. Here's the 1-0. Curveball, swing and a miss. It's 1-1. 8-4, South Nashville leading Madison Central American. 1-1 on Cook. Here's the 1-1. Line drive up the middle. Base hit. Here comes the runner rounding third. Here's the throw. Oh, and he holds up. Now he starts back, and he will score. The hesitation by Timms. He saw the throw go high and to the backstop. And Timms, you got to give him a lot of credit, Coach. He kept the ball in front of him. He watched the ball. He saw it go over the catcher's head. He hesitated. Then he restarted. He scores, and it's now 8-5 as Madison Central American has climbed right back in this baseball game.
And we're going to have a pitching change, Dan, and you're absolutely right. And there's runners in scoring position that could make this an 8-7 game with a base hit. And let's see who they're bringing in from right field.
We'll take a timeout while we figure that out. In the bottom of the 4th inning, it's South Nashville 8 and Madison Central American 5 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Little League Baseball is back in Jackson, and Jackson's News Talk 101.5 will broadcast the game of the week. You may also watch the game on .5digital.com, courtesy of Total Sports Academy and Jackson Baseball Academy. They're a full retail store supplying uniforms, customized t-shirts, baseball and softball bats, equipment, and instruction, with full batting cages for rent anytime. Total Sports and Jackson Baseball Academy are located next to the Sportsplex in Parkstone Place.
What a great feeling to come home and find that Green Scene Landscape Company has your lawn perfectly cut and the landscape's been freshly trimmed and mulched. Green Scene Landscape Company will make your landscape beautiful, which according to research can add up to 42% of homes' values. Green Scene Landscaping has a 5-star rating and is fully licensed and insured. They specialize in both residential and commercial lawn maintenance, irrigation, lighting, and outdoor kitchens and patios. Green Scene Landscaping Company, 267-2520. Sports play such a big role in so many children's lives, and they create.
We got to get it back, View. Pull it down.
At Great American Sports, we specialize in all sports apparel and equipment, as well as embroidery and screen.
Well, we're going to jump back in here as the inning. Pitching change. Here's Coach Joe Holloway with the pitching change. Coach, line drive, base hit. It's going to roll to the corner. 1 run will score. Here comes Cook rounding third. He's going to score, and Daniel Brooks will pull it to second base with a double, and it's a 1-run game here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That was meant to be a 60-second break. It's 8-7. Daniel Brooks lined that first pitch right into the corner in right field, Coach. And we got a brand new ball game. It's a 1-run deficit now for Madison Central American.
And Joseph Waters' first pitch was, as you said, lined there. 2 RBIs for Brooks.
And now Lambert steps in there with a chance to really get things going. Landon Lambert is the number 5-hole hitter. Hitting from the right side. First pitch called strike one.
And he will be the 11th batter in the inning. He's 0 for 1.
8-7. Madison Central American has rallied for 7 runs with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning.
And that's what you got to do to play winning baseball.
0-1 is in the dirt. 1-1. Dan J. Brooks, who had that 2 RBI double, is standing on second base.
Tell you what, Joseph Waters has good form and a very good fastball.
1-1. Here's the 1-1. Line foul. Down the right field line. It's 1-2.
Now you got to guard that plate, Dan, and anything that's close to the edges of the plate, you've got to at least foul off.
1-2 on Lambert. Man on second. 2 gone. Here's the 1-2. Ball 2. And look at Brooks. He's going to hesitate and slide into third. Oh, boy. They're going to call him out. He didn't like it. Umpire's right on it. So we'll move to the 5th inning. It's South Nashville 8 and Madison Central American 7 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
So you've cut back on everything from lattes to lunches, but if you're still coming up short at the end of the month, try this. Give State Farm agent downtown Allen Brown in Jackson a call for a free discount double check. He'll show you how something as simple as combining car and home policies could save you hundreds of dollars a year, because being there to help keep more of your money in your pocket is why Allen is here. Call 300-4444 or visit downtownallenbrown.com today.
The first thing people notice when they pull up to your home or business is what it looks like on the outside. How the grass looks. Is it pleasing to the eye? Boykins Mowing and Landscape has been keeping their customers satisfied for over a decade. Licensed and bonded, Boykins can improve the health and quality of your lawn today. From mowing and weed control to mulching and stump grinding, Boykins does it all. Call Boykins Mowing and Landscaping at 394-7249 and let them set you up on a plan that works for you. Boykins, the only name you need to know in lawn care.
The University School of Jackson is a distinctive college preparatory school that seeks to instill a passion for academic excellence and lifelong learning, so each student will reach his or her maximum potential. The USJ class of 2015 had 73 members and was awarded over $7 million in scholarships. USJ has an outstanding performing arts department and regularly performs in their 500-seat theater. At USJ, over 70% of our student body competes in athletics and state-of-the-art facilities. To learn more or to join the USJ family, visit USJBruins.org.
University School of Jackson, an education for a lifetime.
On to the 5th inning. Dan Reeves, Coach Joe Holloway, Seabass producing, directing on the .5 digital side where you can watch tonight's game. Paul Schultze, Weather Road Studios along with Lawson. Man, and a pitching change for Madison Central American. Here's Coach Joe Holloway.
Walker Moore, who's played second base, has come on to pitch the top of the 5th here, and Davis Salee is in right field.
Here's Roney to lead off for South Nashville. First pitch swinging, bouncer down to first base, fielded cleanly by Whitnell. He'll take it unassisted for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out here at the top of the 5th inning for Madison Central.
Another substitution for Madison Central.
Richard, the narrator, Barber, joining us in the booth. What a game here, huh?
Man, what are you talking about? Madison Central really storming back to get back in this ball game.
First pitch swinging again here is the second man up is Snyder for South Nashville.
Yeah, and officially tonight, Snyder is 0 for 2, but he has walked, or actually 0 for 1. He's walked twice.
0-1. Oh, behind him, nearly hit him. Snyder, the leadoff man. Aston Snyder, the second baseman. 8-7, South Nashville with the lead. This Robinson Toyota Tech says, cheering on my brother Chris Mercado and the boys of South Nashville from Columbus, Georgia. 1-1 is outside. Thank you for the great commentary. We appreciate this. Watching it for out-of-state fans. It's our pleasure, isn't it, fellas? We love it.
Oh, love it. It's more fun than a barrel of monkeys.
And here's the 2-1. Popped him up. Fly ball right field. Here's Salee under it. Putting it away for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning. And that brings up the slugger, Cade Grimshaw, for South Nashville. or I should say one of the sluggers.
Yes, he's one of many. He's overdue. He walked in the first, and he's 0 for 2 officially.
Here's Granzo with 2 gone, nobody on base. Curveball outside, ball one. Walker Moore, the new pitcher this inning for Madison Central Americans, retired the first 2 hitters. Here's the 1-0. Line foul down its first base line. Big crowd here tonight, huh, narrator?
Huge crowd. Fellas, I got off tonight. I knew South Nashville was going to be here. We've had the chance to see them on TV the last couple of years. We're familiar with Madison Central. I wanted to get out here and see this South Nashville bunch.
They're good, aren't they, Coach?
They are good. Narrator brings some excitement in his own self being here.
1-1 line through shorts and third, base hit, Granzo. Nice try by Forsythe, Coach. He just couldn't get to that one. That was a base hit by Granzo with 2 gone, and he's on first base.
Special pinch runner.
And that you don't want this man advancing to the plate. Cade Reynolds has had a couple of home runs in this, and another one of the power hitters. He's 1 for 2 tonight, got hit with a pitch and scored the last time up.
And Tui Cope pinch running over at first base for Granzo. So Cade Reynolds will stand in there. Dangerous, man. 2 out, runner on first. First pitch, swing, drive, deep center field, way back, and this ball is gone. It's a hammer time home run presented by Brassfield Construction, and a huge 2-out, 2-1 homer off the bat of Cade Reynolds, and South Nashville takes a 10-7 lead.
That ball up just a little bit and hit it right into the power alley. And like I told you, as this young man came to bat, he's already had a couple of home runs in this tournament.
Nobody hurt. I think Madison Central's got to do. I don't think 10 runs wins this game if you stop them right here. So 2 down and nobody on base. Dawson Condor, who's capable of going back-to-back. He's got a lot of power. Hits from the right side. Here's the 1-0 and the third, 2-0.
And Condor, the cleanup man, he's 2 for 3 tonight. In his last time up, he got a single and scored.
Now, for Madison Central, all 7 runs last inning came with 2 outs. 2-0 upstairs, 3-0. And the reason I bring that up again is because there were 2 outs and nobody on base here in the 5th inning, and 2 runs have scored for South Nashville. Here's a 3-0. Downstairs, it's 4-0. So Condor will walk. He reaches first base, still with 2 gone here in the top of the 5th inning. So Dawson Condor walks. That brings up the left-handed hitting Joseph Waters.
For South Nashville, with 2 outs.
And Waters pitching now.
First pitch. Outside corner to Beauty. Call strike 1.
Waters with the very open stance out towards the edge of the batter's box, but he does stride into the pitch.
0-1 on Waters. Here's the 0-1 curveball. Bounce towards second, and it gets through. Knocked down by Brooks. A nice job to knock that one down. But Waters will reach first base on a single, so now South Nashville has something cooking with 2 outs and runners in first and second. And Sawani Herrera hitting from the right side, standing in there.
And Herrera walked his last time up.
First pitch on the outside corner, called strike 1.
2-1.
Well, it's great to see this big crowd in narrator here at Beaubourn Park.
Yeah, and it is. And this crowd's got a lot of energy. They're invested in this game.
0-1 curveball, stayed inside, 1-1. Here's a Robinson Toyota text says, good job, Dan and Coach Joe. Had to work late, so now watching from the friendly confines of my man cave in North Jackson, Tennessee. 1-1. Bounce to short. Forsythe has it over to first in time to retire the side. So we'll move to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's South Nashville 10 and the team from Jackson, Madison Central American 7 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
What you want to, sports freak? What's up?
Little League Baseball is back in Jackson, and Jackson's News Talk 101.5 will broadcast the game of the week. You may also watch the game on .5digital.com, courtesy of Total Sports Academy and Jackson Baseball Academy. They're a full retail store supplying uniforms, customized t-shirts, baseball and softball bats, equipment, and instruction, with full batting cages for rent anytime. Total Sports and Jackson Baseball Academy are located next to the Sportsplex in Parkstone Place.
What a great feeling to come home and find that Green Scene Landscape Company has your lawn perfectly cut and the landscape's been freshly trimmed and mulched. Green Scene Landscape Company will make your landscape beautiful, which according to research can add up to 42% of homes' values. Green Scene Landscaping has a 5-star rating and is fully licensed and insured. They specialize in both residential and commercial lawn maintenance, irrigation, lighting, and outdoor kitchens and patios. Green Scene Landscaping Company, 267-2520. Sports play such a big role in so many children's lives, and they create memories that last a lifetime. At Great American Sports, we specialize in all sports apparel and equipment, as well as embroidery and screen printing. We are the largest bat supply in West Tennessee, and we carry the Easton Mako bat. At Great American Sports, we make sports an addiction. We're located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard. Call us today at 422-6203. Great American Sports, where West Tennessee gets ready for game time.
We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. The young man that was at the plate when the 3rd out was made, Landon Lambert, will lead off here in the bottom of the 5th inning for Madison Central American. And boy, we've got a great game here. It's 10-7. South Nashville with the lead. First pitch to Lambert, fastball, strike one. Now it was 8-0. Headed to the bottom of the 4th inning. South Nashville had the big lead, and there was 2 outs and nobody on base, and Madison Central put 7 runs on the board to draw within 1 run. And then in the top of this inning, the 5th inning, it was Cade Reynolds with a 2-run homer with 2 outs. And so that's got us to this point. South Nashville with a 10-7 lead. It's a 3-run lead with South Nashville. Tim, what a game, huh?
I'll tell you what, the best thing that Madison has done is they've taken they've taken the head off the big monster. South Nashville came in undefeated, unscored upon, and they've done well here, and just to get their confidence going.
Yeah, Tim's right. They've not given up a run in this entire state tourney. 1-1 on Lambert. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Coach, you having a field day with this state Little League tournament program from 1981, aren't you?
Well, like I said, Don Jordan's in attendance, and he was the manager of the Jackson team in that tournament, and, of course, Fountain City in here.
1-2 pitch to Lambert. Call strike 3 on that outside corner. So Lambert goes down for out number 1. And that'll bring up Davis Salee with 1 down and nobody on base. Madison Central American.
Joseph Waters.
And Salee 0 for 1 on the night.
Davis Salee.
Salee hits from the right side. First pitch to Davis. Fastball, strike 1. Our sponsors include Minuteman Press, Ace Hardware of Jackson, 3315 North Highland, and the former Wonder Bread store. Peggy Gray's real estate team. Bouncing ball to first, fielded cleanly, unassisted. Condor takes it for out number 2, so 2 gone. Nobody on base, and Will Cisco at the dish.
And Will Cisco advances. He is 1 for 1 officially. He walked and scored in the last inning.
Prevented Jennings. Jeff Young and Company, one of our big sponsors, on Morriguard Drive in the new location, downtown Jackson on Liberty Street. Walk-in clinic if you're sick, and also focusing on preventive medicine. First pitch strike. It's 0-1 on Will. The 0-1's in the dirt, 1-1 by the Peggy Graves Real Estate team. Along with Jackson Baseball and Jackson Softball Academy bringing you this game. First State Bank. Bank for you. Checking, mobile banking, checking, deposit, simply convenient with mobile banking from First State Bank. 1-1, swing and a miss. It's 1-2. 2 outs, nobody on base here. The bottom of the 5th inning for Madison Central American. 10-7. South Nashville with a 3-run advantage. Will Cisco at the dish. The 1-2 outside, 2-2.
And I'll tell you what, this is a good battle again between Waters and Cisco because you've got a good hitter, and I like the fastball that Waters has got.
Here's a 2-2 outside. Runs the count full. Remember now, last inning with 7 runs, it all started with 2 outs and nobody on base, Coach.
You're right about that, Dan, and I'm sure manager Shane Cisco would like some lightning.
Here's a payoff. Outside, and Cisco draws a walk. He was down 0-2. Nice at bat, huh, Coach?
Really was. Worked the pitcher hard, had a good eye, and has walked 2 straight innings.
on first. 2 out.
So 2 gone. Cisco at first base. That brings up
As number 14,
Whitnell.
Whitnell.
Whitnell was standing in there in a big spot. Benjamin Whitnell, the right fielder, started in right field. Gets to the right side. First pitch, fastball, strike 1. And you can really see that Waters is settling in on the mound for South Nashville. He's really pouring it on.
Yeah, he looks very comfortable right now.
0-1 on Whitnell. The 0-1 in the dirt. Nice job by Rooney, the catcher, to scoop that one and keep Cisco out of scoring position at first base. I'm telling you, it's nearly a capacity crowd here at Viewpoint Park. The 1-1 swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Coach, that's a beautiful pitch. Handcuffed him.
It handcuffed him, plus it had some juice on it. Did you hear that mitt pop?
Yeah. Remind me of me. How about you, Tim? Here's 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. Coach is not buying that stuff. No, he ain't buying that. He's, how you say, paranoid.
Yeah.
He wants to investigate before he believes it. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So no runs, no hits, and a runner left on in the 5th. We move on to the 6th and final inning. It's South Nashville 10 and Madison Central American 7 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
The Moore Studio has been a West Tennessee tradition for over 100 years, and we're still going strong, offering all kinds of professional photography, specializing in portrait and event photography. We feature studio and outdoor portraits and cover events like weddings, class reunions, and other celebrations. Our unique outdoor Liberty Street Gardens affords many opportunities for beautiful portrait settings in the heart of downtown Jackson. In addition, we are experienced in commercial and website photography. 427-1296.
It's a summer to savor at Marco's Pizza. Right now, get our extra large one-topping pizza for just $12.99 and choose any topping you want. And add a little something sweet to your summer with Marco's new s'mores brownie and double chocolate brownie. Both are made with the finest chocolate chips and drizzled with decadent chocolate sauce. In the spirit of summer, our s'mores brownie is topped with marshmallows and graham cracker sprinkles. Savor summer with Marco's extra large flavor at an extra special price.
Marco's Pizza, Van Drive in the College in front of the Home Depot. Call 300-0400 or online at marcos.com.
The Jackson Generals want you to come out to the ballpark on Saturday, August 15th for Elvis Night and Saturday, August 22nd for Diamond Jacks Throwback Night. Elvis Night will include a special Elvis concert, and West Tennessee Diamond Jacks Throwback Night will include Diamond Jacks jerseys, Diamond Jacks giveaways, and Diamond Jacks memories. Plus, after each game, there will be a spectacular themed fireworks show. Get your tickets in advance by calling 988-5299 or going online to jacksongeneralsbaseball.com.
Severance leads off the 6th inning with a line first pitch swinging and a line drive base hit into left field. So Severance, Ben Severance with that sharp single to left. He's on first base to lead off the 6th inning for South Nashville, Coach.
And he's now 2 for 3, and that brings up Montiel, and he's 1 for 1 with a big triple earlier.
Taylor Montiel, who plays right field. He hits from the left side for South Nashville. First pitch, a beautiful bunt out in front of the pitcher's mound. Fielded by Moore on to first. Oh, not in time. He's safe. Walker Moore did all he could to throw him out, but Severance was digging down that line, so runners on first and second. Nobody out here at the top of the 6th. South Nashville looking for some insurance runs, leading by 3. That brings up Chewy Cope, the center fielder. Also hits from the left side. Runners at first and second, and nobody out here at the top of the 6th. Moore's pitch Curveball, outside, ball one.
And Cope showed the bunt, whether he was serious or not about it. May just be trying to rattle the pitcher, but it is a bunting situation here.
Yeah, it is, Coach. South Nashville does all the little things well. 2 gorgeous bunts here tonight. Here's the 1-0. Walker Moore on the mound for Madison Central American. Great coverage. Go Madison Central American. Watching the game from Mexico, Missouri with the Missouri Tigers. Hooters girls and my brother from another mother, it says.
That's pretty cute. We've had a couple of good ones like that tonight.
Skinny Kenny is watching the game from the dog pound. Skinny Kenny, great American. He's watching those Cardinals as well, he says. 2-0. Fouled back, it's 2-1.
And then what'll happen with this on the defense, if Cope stays with the bunt, and they may take it off. Now, you have what's called the wheel. If the third baseman comes, shortstop's got to get over there and cover third base.
Robson joining the text line. Benjamin Whitnell is granddad Bill Lyon watching in New Albany, Mississippi. Here's a line drive, base hit right field. Rounding third base. No, he's going to stop right there. Oh, they got a runner held up here at second and third base. The throw down to second base, and they got him in a run down. They're going to tag him out. So Montiel is tagged out. Let runners advance to second and third base. So now 1 out. And runners on second and third here at the top of the 6th inning for South Nashville. And then back to the top of the lineup, Eston Snyder up there, Coach.
Yeah, I get to coach it a little bit. I want him to run it, and catcher Tim's played it perfect.
He sure did. Aston Snyder hits in the right side. First pitch outside, ball one. Big at bat here, Coach. You got the sluggers coming up. There's Granzo, Reynolds, Condor, all home run power waiting in the wings with 1 out. Here's 1-0. Line, shortstop, to second base. Gets through for a base hit. And Severance will score. It's 11-7 South Nashville.
And that hurt the Madison County cause, but I know all the folks at South Nashville are cheering as they should be.
So now Cade Granzo will step in there, hitting from the right side. He's a slugger. Runners on the corners with 1 gone, top of the 6th. 11-7 now. South Nashville's opened up a 4-run lead. It was 8-0 South Nashville until Madison Central American put 7 runs in the board in the 4th to draw within 1 run, but now it's a 4-0 run for South Nashville. Or making a 3-0 run to take a 4-run lead. It's 11-7 South Nashville. 1 out, runners on the corners in the 6th and final inning. Here's the 1-0. Outside corner, 1-1.
And Madison Central had a play on in case there was the first and third steal. Granzo singled and scored his last time up.
And it's in Little League, typically, in this situation, you would swipe second base. But these players are so good, it's not automatic. Here's the 1-1. Bounce, third base, and foul. Just fouled on that third base line. Granzo was flirting with a 2 RBI double there.
He really was, and if you're watching at home, you could see where it did go into foul territory by the barest of margins. Yeah. Good call by the umpire. But they're right on the line, though, too.
Right on top of it, they are. So 1-2 on Kate Granzo. Big at bat in this game. In the 6th and final inning, here's the 1-2. Bouncing ball foul down the third base line. We'll do it again. Walker Moore on the mound for Madison Central American. 1-2 on Cade Granzo. Moore out of the stretch, uncoils, fires, fly ball deep to right field. Way back, and this ball is gone. It's a hammer time home run. 3-run shots presented by Brassville Construction. And that was a damaging blow there. And South Nashville takes a 14-7 lead with 1 gone here at the top of the 6th. That brings up Cade Reynolds. Still only 1 out in the inning.
And remember, Reynolds had the big 2-run home run the last time he was up there.
Hitting from the right side. First pitch to Reynolds. Fly ball way back to left field. This ball is way out of here on the train tracks. That was a tape measure shot there. So South Nashville goes back-to-back. Nashville bullpen. Hammer time homers. And South Nashville takes a 15-7 lead.
And Dan, for those watching on .5 digital, you could see that it was in his wheelhouse, the uppercut. He lofted that one, and it went way out there over the bushes and stuff.
They say that was in the ballywick.
Boy, it may have been in the Eastern time zone.
You may be right, Coach. And another big bat up there, Dawson Condor. And how about Walker Moore? Comes right back at him with a fastball, called strike one.
Well, you just have to shake it off and move on to the next play.
That's all you can do. 0-1 on Condor. Here's the 0-1. Curveball, flied deep to right field. Solis under it and makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 gone here. And Joseph Waters at the dish for South Nashville.
And he had a single the last time he was up. He's 1 for 4 tonight.
I'll tell you, these two teams have put on a show, though, haven't they?
They really have. And a lot of runs. We've got 22 runs have been scored between the two teams.
Joseph Waters hits from the left side, stands in. First pitch outside, ball 1. From the Robinson Toyota text line, text us and let us know where you're watching the game. 731-277-5155. Here's the 1-0. In the dirt. 2-0. This one says watching and listening to you. A lot of fun, guys. Hi from Houston's Ken and Linda, grandparents to Dawson Condor. Out of Houston, Texas. 2-0. Fouled back to the screen. It's 2-1.
Well, let me tell them this. Dawson Condor is a great Little League pitcher. And he's got a bright future ahead of him.
He certainly does. Hey, don't forget us now once he gets to the majors.
Send us a few tickets.
Send us a few tickets. 2-1. Line foul, third base line.
Yep.
2-2.
Now, may have scored an error on the coach of South Nashville. He missed that one. No, I tease coaches because I didn't try to field too many of them after I got hit with that baseball.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Dan Reeves, that's my name, along with Coach Joe Holloway. Jonathan Greer, our executive producer. Here's the 2-2. Outside, runs the count full. .5 digital side where you watch tonight's game. Paul Schulze. Lawson Man and Michael Osborne. Here's the payoff. Inside, ball 4. And Waters. Actually, I think that hit his foot. He'll take a trip down to first base. So 5 runs have been put on the board here in the top of the 6th inning by this potent South Nashville lineup. And we've got a pitching change coming up for Madison Central American. Timeout in the field, we'll take it with him. 2 outs, top of the 6th. 15-7, South Nashville. We'll be back in 60 seconds on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5 digital at .com.
The Peggy Graves team is known as the area's most trusted real estate team. For 25 years, the Peggy Graves team has set the pace in residential sales in Jackson and surrounding counties. The Peggy Graves team finds the perfect home for buyers and gets homes sold quickly for sellers. Peggy Graves and her team have the knowledge and expertise in our real estate market to make your experience fast, easy, and simple. Contact Jackson's most trusted real estate team, the Peggy Graves team, 664-2342, or go online at peggygraves.com.
Discover the freedom of clear vision. The LASIK Center of Jackson wants you to see how easy and affordable it is to change your perspective on life with laser vision correction. If you dealt with poor vision for too long, life can be simple again. Dr. David Underwood has helped thousands of people improve their vision and their lives with LASIK. Let the LASIK Center of Jackson show you the way to clear vision. So what are you waiting for? Call the LASIK Center of Jackson and schedule your free consultation. Call 731-668-0064 or visit us online at LASIKofJackson.com.
New pitcher for Madison Central American, and here's Coach Joe Holloway to tell you about it.
And Davis Salee comes in from right field. Cook moves out to right field. Moore goes back to second base, and Herrera is 0 for 3 tonight.
Herrera stands in there, one out, runner on, or two down, runner on first base, flies it, foul, down the right field line, twisting out of play. Sawani Herrera for South Nashville. Robson Toyota text line. This one says, hey, tell Coach nice to meet him this afternoon, and I'm watching the game from South Jackson. There's Keith from Sarah.
Yes.
It's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Keith and Mike both helped me out with a little problem with my car, and I appreciate what they did.
They get you set up, Coach.
They did me right.
Great. 0-2 on Herrera. Here's Davis Salee. 0-2. Fly ball. Deep right field. Way back. This ball is gone. It's another hammer time home run. Presented by Brassfield Construction. And South Nashville takes a 17-7 lead.
And Dan, you got to enjoy the young man's excitement. He's been 0 for 4 coming into this at bat, and then hits one in the right center field power alley.
How can you not contain yourself when you're a little leaguer when you do that, you know?
Now, coming up is Bo Severance. His dad was the winning pitcher in a 9-5 game over Halls in the 81 state
Since
tournament.
the young man.
Yes, Mike Severance is his dad.
Ben Severance steps in here, the left-handed hitting Ben. That's a great footnote, Coach, to bring up.
It is, and we appreciate. I believe it wasn't that Ben's mother that brought those things up.
It was,
but I had to look through there, and that's interesting.
Ben's mom brought up a official program. There's a bouncing ball to short, Forsythe over to first to retire the side. We'll tell you about it in a moment. But after 5.5 innings, we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. One final chance for Madison Central American. It's South Nashville 17, and the boys from Jackson 7 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Little League Baseball is back in Jackson, and Jackson's News Talk 101.5 will broadcast the game of the week. You may also watch the game on .5digital.com, courtesy of Total Sports Academy and Jackson Baseball Academy. They're a full retail store supplying uniforms, customized t-shirts, baseball and softball bats, equipment, and instruction, with full batting cages for rent anytime. Total Sports and Jackson Baseball Academy are located next to the Sportsplex in Parkstone Place.
What a great feeling to come home and find that Green Scene Landscape Company has your lawn perfectly cut and the landscape's been freshly trimmed and mulched. Green Scene Landscape Company will make your landscape beautiful, which according to research can add up to 42% of homes' values. Green Scene Landscaping has a 5-star rating and is fully licensed and insured. They specialize in both residential and commercial lawn maintenance, irrigation, lighting, and outdoor kitchens and patios. Green Scene Landscaping Company, 267-2520.
At Southern Trucks and 4x4, we understand the pre-owned truck market. We've developed a streamlined process for finding reliable pre-owned diesel and gas pickup trucks that are reasonably priced. Because we are a full-service and accessorizing center, our pre-owned inventory gets inspected and serviced before you buy it, and we can customize it any way you want before it leaves our lot. I'm Gary Sims at Southern Trucks and 4x4. We sell, buy, and trade trucks, and you will find that your business experience will be comfortable, fair, and enjoyable. Southern Trucks and 4x4. Ask for Gary, 422-3722.
Walker Moore to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning for Madison Central American. It's 17-7 here at the bottom of the 6th. South Nashville with the advantage. My name's Dan Rees along with Coach Joe Holloway. Jonathan Greer, our executive producer, will pause in just a moment for station identification. 1-0 on Walker Moore. Here's the 1-0. Right in there, call strike one. Paul Schulze. Paul Schulze from Worthy Road Studios. And Landon, wait a minute. The 1-1, swing and a miss. 1-2. It's Lawson Mann on that side as well. And Michael Ozzy Osborne. 1-2 on Walker Moore. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Lined foul down at first base line. And Coach, 10-run deficit here for Madison Central American, who climbed back to within 1 run here a couple of innings ago. Now this this will not be the end of the road if they can't erase this 10-run deficit. They'll still be alive.
The loser of this contest plays against the winner of the second game tomorrow night, and then the winner of that game will get – this game automatically advances the winner to the state championship game.
1-2 outside, 2-2. And Madison Central American has given the South Nashville team the biggest test so far. That's how dominant they've been. 2-2. Oh, inside. And bad luck for Walker Moore. It hit his bat.
Yes, it did. But, Dan, it does break the air of invincibility on run scoring. These are the first runs scored in this tournament against South Nashville.
And this is the state tournament. That's how good are you to shut out the field out of your first two games?
You're pretty good. And they shut out a very good Gallatin team and a very good Tullahoma team who's in the second game.
Here's a 2-2 pitch. Fastball fouled back to the screen. We'll do it again. We got a great game coming up next year, don't we, Coach?
Oh, Lord, yes. Tullahoma would like nothing better, even though they're playing a tough Gallatin team, to get into that game tomorrow night. Both teams want to be there, but Tullahoma would like to face South Nashville again.
Yep. 2-2 on Walker Moore. Here's a 2-2 fastball. Bounce back to the mound. Nice play by the pitcher, Reynolds, and he fires it to first base for out number one. Robinson Toyota text line 731-277-5155. This comes in from Jake in Nashville. He says, can I get an estimate on the distance of Kate Reynolds' home run last year? Yeah, Jake, it was a country mile. First pitch, down low, ball one on Zach Tim. Coach, I guess that would be about 250 feet maybe, or farther.
I'm saying more like 275 to 280.
That's probably about right. Here's 1-0 pitch to Timms, upstairs 2-0.
What's deceptive is the angle of the berm.
What we do know is it was hit a ton. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1 on Zach Timms, who's played a great game.
Yeah, he's 2 for 3 tonight. Singled and scored his last time up there, but Waters looking very comfortable on the mound right now.
Chris Mercado, the head coach, the manager for South Nashville, 3-1 now. He's assisted by Judd Granzo and Grant Martin, and I tell you, they are fantastic coaches. This team is disciplined. They do all the little things well. They're great sportsmen. 3-1 pitch, and Timms draws a walk. He's on first base with one out. Just class act representing Nashville, Tennessee.
Well, they are a very good team, and you described them well. Disciplined, they work hard, they just focus on playing baseball, just like Madison County. You got two very good teams in this contest.
Lane Forsythe steps in there. One out, runner on first base. Yes, and Shane Cisco and Ben Vargason and Coach Whitnall do a great job. Same way with Madison Central American, who represent Jackson, Tennessee with a lot of class. Curveball, strike one. And the State Little League Tournament in Jackson, Tennessee at Beaubourn Park. Here's the 0-1 pitch in the dirt. And gets away, and there goes Timms. He'll go down to second. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification.
This is WNWS-FM Jackson. News from the Associated Press brought to you by the Hughes Eye Center, the best in medical and surgical eye care. 112 Stonebridge, Jackson.
My name's Dan Reeves, along with Coach Joe Holloway, Jonathan Greer, our fantastic executive producer and director. On the Point 5 Digital side, where you can watch tonight's game at point5digital.com. Paul Schulze and Lawson Mann, along with Michael Osborne. Here's the 2-1. Bouncing ball back to the mound. Reynolds has another one. Over to first for one out. Those are two base hits most of the time, but Reynolds has just snagged both of them, Coach, and a great job by the pitcher playing defense.
Yeah, you're right about that. Great play there on the mound, and you're right. Sure base hits taken away.
That brings up Tristan Cook. 2 outs and a runner on first base in the bottom of the 6th inning. Last chance for Madison Central American. That pitch gets away back to the fence, and there goes Timms down to third base. This game was tight. South Nashville got up big, 8-0. in the top of the fourth, and then Madison Central American comes storming back in the bottom of the fourth, put up 7 runs with 2 outs to climb within 1. But since then, it's a 9-0 run, 17-7. The advantage is South Nashville's. Cook swinging a miss. It's 1-1. Tristan Cook, right-handed hitting Cook, stands in there. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Strike 2, outside corner. So Madison Central American down to the final strike. Here's Reynolds uncalling, firing, swinging a miss, but it gets away from the catcher. A run will score, and Cook will take first base as that ball got away from the catcher. So give Reynolds just credit for a strikeout, but then here's Coach with the way you have to score that one.
Score that one as a pass ball, and in 1941, Mickey Owen of the Brooklyn Dodgers with the lead had a 2-strike pass ball, and Tommy Henrich got to first, and the Yankees went on to win 7-4 against Hugh Casey.
How about that one? Daniel Brooks hits to the right side. First pitch, swing and a miss. Cook on first base. That run scored. That was Zach Timms who crossed home plate at 17-8. Advantage South Nashville. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th inning. Daniel Brooks in the batter's box. Here's the 0-1 fastball. It's 0-2.
And Reynolds, good recovery. Also, you still give Reynolds the strikeout in scoring that.
Yep. And 2 on Daniel Brooks. Reynolds uncoils, fires, fouled. Back to the screen. We'll do it again.
And I didn't flinch that time. I'm proud of myself.
You're tough. You're a tough son of a gun.
Got another good one coming up after this one, though, Dan.
Oh, yeah. Who we got next, Coach?
We've got Tullahoma playing Gallatin.
0-2 on Brooks. Here's the 0-2 in the dirt. Gets by the catcher, and there goes Cook down to second base. So, you know, they put 7 runs on the board with 2 outs and nobody on base to Madison Central American in the 4th inning. They put 1 run on the board after 2 out and nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th. And a runner on second base. Down by 9 runs. Here's the 1-2. Fouled back to the screen again by Brooks. Battling the hard-throwing Reynolds.
You are absolutely correct. This is a good battle between Reynolds and Brooks. And, of course, Brooks had a big double the last time up there.
People standing along the fences. Here's the curveball with the 1-2. Struck Brooks out, and that's going to do it. So Madison Central American will have to play tomorrow night. They'll play the winner of our next game between Gallatin and Clarksville. Final score in this one, 17-8.
This is Madison Central's first
South Nashville knocks off Madison Central American. So South Nashville automatically will go to the championship game on Thursday night. We'll have to wait and see who they're going to play. We'll be right back. Coach Joe Holloway will have the totals and the highlights on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 at .5digital.com.
The Moore Studio has been a West Tennessee tradition for over 100 years, and we're still going strong, offering all kinds of professional photography, specializing in portrait and event photography. We feature studio and outdoor portraits and cover events like weddings, class reunions, and other celebrations. Our unique outdoor Liberty Street Gardens affords many opportunities for beautiful portrait settings in the heart of downtown Jackson. In addition, we are experienced in commercial and website photography. 427-1296.
The life insurance business is a lot like, well, life. It feels good to be recognized for a job well done. Like when you get that world's greatest mom mug. At State Farm, it's the same kind of feeling we get when customers rate us highest in customer satisfaction among life insurance providers by J.D. Power. Talk to State Farm agent downtown Allen Brown and find out how good it can feel to be protected with State Farm Life Insurance. Call Allen at 300-4444 or visit him downtown in the shops at Jackson Wall.
The first thing people notice when they pull up to your home or business is what it looks like on the outside. How the grass looks. Is it pleasing to the eye? Boykins Mowing and Landscape has been keeping their customers satisfied for over a decade. Licensed and bonded, Boykins can improve the health and quality of your lawn today. From mowing and weed control to mulching and stump grinding, Boykins does it all. Call Boykins Mowing and Landscaping at 394-7249 and let them set you up on a plan that works for you. Boykins, the only name you need to know in lawn care.
And back at Pewborn Park, we just had a 17-8 win by the South Nashville American Little League team. And very interesting, Dan, the music coming through there, I couldn't hear a thing. I couldn't tell when we came back for sure. And good game, even though you say, well, 9-run difference. It was a good game, Tim November.
I'll tell you what, Joe. You know, the Little League, the best thing about this game was, you know, we got double elimination. Now these two big giants have felt each other out a little bit. Now, you know, if Madison Central get back through the losers bracket and meet back up with them in the championship game, this will be a real game.
Well, it really will be, and we've got two fine teams coming on here, and the scoring drought has been broken. It has shown that you can score on South Nashville, but you know what, the South Nashville coaches will use that as some motivation to tell their team, hey, we got to tighten up with our pitching, our defense a little bit. And so it worked out well for both teams, even in losing their things to learn and even in winning their things to learn.
Well, you know, the other thing now that Madison Central's going to have to really think about is their pitching, because this pitching now is going to become a counting piece for each of the coaches. You know, you're going to have to save some pitching where, you know, South Nashville now can rest today. Their pitchers aren't going to be needed. And so today in this game, Madison Central already had to come out and change their pitching strategy once they got down 8-0. So that changed that up. You know, they changed their strategy up, so they had to work those pitches a little different.
Pitch count's going to become terribly, terribly important. You're only allowed 85 pitches if you pitch a whole game, but then there's how many days rest. There are break points, and I'd have to get a tournament official to tell me what the break points are of how many days rest. If you go over a certain point, you can't come back for 2 days. There's another point, 3 days, and there's 1 point at 4 days.
That's right. And, you know, tomorrow night's the next, you know, it's time to go again. So it's, you know, you got Madison Central be playing tomorrow night, and then the championship game's Thursday night. So there's no days of rest in this thing.
Oh, no, there's no rest for the weary in this contest. And tell you what, if you would, Tim, would you go over some of our fine sponsors before I give them the final stats on this contest?
You know, we want to thank all of our sponsors, because without them, you know, we're putting out a, you know, I'm looking at Paul Schultze over here. He has a total van, or his pickup truck, or I say pickup, it looks like the ABC car trailer has moved in here with all the cameras and all the screens he has up. I'm looking at 4 screens over here. But really, you know, Southern Trucks and 4x4 is our overall sports sponsor. They sponsor every sport we carry, and they are our #1 sports sponsor. And our title sponsor this year for baseball was Total Sports Academy. They do a great job out there just opening up. Player of the game, again, you know, this South Nashville team they have a great team, so they're going to play the game, and Great American Sports is our sponsor for that player of the game. Brassfield Construction, you know, their thing is it's hammer time, and the guys out there at Brassfield Construction do a great job. They really back the Little League baseball. And Green Scene, one of our Little League sponsors here, they do a great job on landscape construction and design. You know, you want to give them a call. He does a great job at that. And then, of course, Moore Studios, the hit sponsor. We've had, I'm not sure how many hits we've had today, Joe, but it's been a bunch of hits today. And, you know, Mitch Carter, man, he loves Little League baseball, so we just love to have him around there.
Oh, we really do. Some fine sponsors. Please tell them that you heard about them here on .5 Digital and News Talk 101.5 FM. Let's give you the Madison County stats here first. 8 runs, 7 hits for Madison County. And Zach Timms was 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Lane Forsythe, 2 for 4, 1 run scored. Tristan Cook, 1 for 3 with a run scored. Danye Brooks, 1 for 3 and a run scored. Landon Lambert, 0 for 2, but he walked and scored a run. Carter Craig, 0 for 1. Davis Salee 0 for 2. Will Cisco was 1 for 1, and he scored a run. Benjamin Whitnall was 0 for 2. Andrew Coy 0 for 1. Walker Moore was 0 for 1, and Malachi Anderson 0 for 1. For the winning South Nashville American team, they had 17 runs, 14 big hits. Eston Snyder was 0 for 3, but he got on base by error. He had 2 walks, and he scored 2 runs, a good on-base percentage for Eston Snyder. Cade Granzo, 2 for 4, and he had the big 3-run homer there in the 6th. Cade Reynolds also had 2 home runs and a single as he went 3 for 4. Dawson Condor was 2 for 4 with a run scored tonight. Joseph Waters, 1 for 4 tonight. Swanee Herrera had the home run in the 6th. He was 1 for 4. Ben Severance was 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Taylor Mantiel was 1 for 2 tonight. He had a big triple. Mitch Lanick 0 for 2. Tui Cope was 1 for 1 tonight and scored a run. And Christian Rooney was 1 for 2, and he scored a run, and that's the total of 17 runs. Advancing to the championship game is South Nashville American. Playing on Wednesday night, I believe at 6 o'clock, will be Madison County Central against the winner of this contest.
Correct, and that's tomorrow night at 6, and then Thursday night will be the championship game at 6:30. We'll be covering all the games here, and like I said, Paul Schultz does a great job. I mean, if you ever saw, we got, I believe, 6 or 8 cameras set up. You got flat, it moves around. We got people watching the games from all over Jackson, but really all over the countryside. We're getting so many text messages in here from, outside here from New York, from California. We've had them in from Milwaukee. I mean, it's a really good product, and really happy. And again, our sponsors are great. We have State Farm, downtown Ellen Brown State Farm. He's a new guy to us, and he's if you ever met an energetic guy, you want to meet downtown Ellen Brown. State Farm Insurance, they set up right beside the lift down here. Boykin does a great job over here, Grant, on all these fields. He takes care of all of our fields here. USJ, University School of Jackson, they support the sports in town, and the Little League is one of the things. And Sky Zone, I'm sure a lot of these kids over here have gone to Sky Zone Indoor Trampoline Park. SL is out there. He's the general manager out there, and they do a great job out there.
You're right about that. Let's go back to the studio and take Tim, what do you think? A 3-minute break?
Whenever
I'm not sure how they're laid out.
Whenever our Seabass has lined up, I'm sure we'll have. That's how many minutes we're going to have on.
We'll remind you, you're listening to Point 5 Digital and News Talk 101.5. We will start streaming here in a few moments again on the second game, Tullahoma and Gallatin. We'll be back after these messages.
It's a summer to savor at Marco's Pizza. Right now, get our extra large one-top